that Cowan is not in the midfield but playing on this close wing. The circle is right on this social room side of the ground, not in the middle of the square, but it is very close to the wing area.
Yeah, looks like Hamilton's going to go to Spencer White too, so just as we expected.
And McCary up forward. Looks to be Darnell Grech. So the quarter one is underway. White from Morrow. Morrow was the one that got a hand on it. Ball now in dispute. Morrow had to go to ground and try and find it. Van Dyke was in there for the Lions. So looks to be Tommy Fleming there playing a midfield role. Perhaps maybe a run-with role on Sean Wyatt this afternoon. It'll be Morrow again with White. White's at the front spot. Morrow manhandled him, put it straight down Fleming's throat. Left foot kick goes to high centre half forward area. Over the back there with that long. Now at ground level through the middle of the ground is Callum McKeon for the Redlegs, who can mark and chip his kick inboard. There's a man, Sean White, who kicked 5 last week, playing a bit more midfield. Now Spencer White was the one who picked it off for the Lions. And he chips it over the top, nicely done. Wood was there, gathered it, then got tackled by Hamilton. He got his football out though. A handball came from Gum. Got it out wide. Fleming will have a left foot shot on goal. It goes away, and the first score at the 1 minute mark is a minor one.
This is what we've seen last week from Bairnsdale. They got themselves in trouble with their short game, and then just then they had control in the middle of the ground, got picked off by White. So just be really conscious of where they're going to pick their plays through the midfield.
Yeah, notice Spencer White pushing back hard, and Hamilton chose not to go with him. As Somerville will bring the ball back to the play for Bairnsdale, runs from full back, goes towards the outer side with that long leg, 65 metres at gain. Penn's punt plays his mark. It came off 3 sets of hand. Play on was the cause. It kicked towards right half forward flank for the visitors. Results in a free kick. It was against, I believe, Cowan, who's got the long sleeve. Is that a long sleeve Cowan?
Yep.
Today it is, okay. So Moe get the free kick as the left half back to bring a goal. They go to the left half forward. The race is on. Bairnsdale leads the race. They can't get a handball out. It's cut off mention. And on the end of it, it's going to be Gunn from an impossible angle. He runs into trouble. Takes through Wilson. Wilson's hit at the side of the boot. And it bounces inches inside the boundary line, moving out of play. Just 10 metres from Moe's goal. They're kicking to the entrance end, or the south of the street end, which therefore to the scoreboard end. A free goes in for go forward. They're forward. So that's a foul. Brian is there for the Legends. First kick their play, going the way of Bairnsdale. Far side, Steve Summers a reserve on this Saturday afternoon, round 14. Our friend Dick playing league, he's dropped on the front. No offence, Mike, today, so you won't pick up the crowd involved. Decent sort of crowd today, though. A few hundred cars around, plenty of interested supporters from Moe, obviously, and a few travelling down from Bairnsdale, who have the ball as we speak. Nicely done by White. Banner runner off, they go right half forward flank. The race is on. Ethan East is trying to chase that ball down. He's beaten short by the boundary line. They're still 55 metres from home, isn't it? That's Bairnsdale hitting their scoreboard in.
They're having to play McCary deep and play at Ethan East high. So a little bit of a tactical move there by Bairnsdale. I would have thought it gone the other way.
Ball comes back into play. Trying to work out there with Prestige. And he's got a free kick. Just got held when he didn't have the football. Bit lucky, I thought. Yeah, half-back flank for the line. Prestige chips it over the top. It's going to be picked off. Sean White started this game busy. He's on the wing. Wait for someone to prevent. He had to go lateral in the end. He just got to close the boundary line. Keenan Hines just drifted forward from his wing post. Short little kick inside 50. Nice leading target there was Link Robinson. Tough shot from here. The breeze coming across his left shoulder. Hard up on the boundary line. And the youth pavilion that's being built over there, Paul, is the cricket is excellent. That's spot on. Some great works happening around here, Ted Sumner Reserve. South Street Primary School got an upgrade a couple of years ago. Now the cricket centre and a fantastic football cricket oval as well as netball court. It is a good precinct as in comes Link Robinson. High kick, left foot. It's going to be skinny. It might not even score in the end. And I think it'll be marked back there. Looks to be it was Naslin. Chip kick over the top. No, it'll be a 50-metre penalty. And bring the defender out as he's half-back flank again. Tyson Biffin, who quickly ran on. That was Lachlan Reese, I should have mentioned, down that back line area for the Lions. We've got a boundary throw in far side at the 5-minute mark in the first quarter, 1 point in favour of Moe.
So Bairnsdale Hines chased that ball down as it skidded towards the boundary line. So he showed no ill effects. There's the query that I had in regards to his cod that he showed last week. So he's moving all right early. Still looks to be bandaged up. White catches her up. Beat short by Morrow. Two players from both sides jump on the ball. The umpire says, listen, give it to me, and we'll see if we can't clear the area. But just short of West half forward flank. Boys, noticing Boxer.
It's man on man. Bairnsdale are man on man. They just haven't been prepared to clog it up too, especially around these stoppages as well.
Okay, quick kick towards our half forward, centre half forward for Bairnsdale. But Moe, you've got the numbers. A quick kick off the ground fortuitously. Balls in the arms of Blazer, who plays on quickly the tumbling punt around right half forward flank. Fell off the chest of Wilson. First player there was White. He was taken with a nice tackle. And now the race is on. White leads the run. It's a short race to the run line. And he brings the ball. Victory has it for the Red Legs. Started from Stephen Hines. Half-back pocket type of area. Now he's kicked, releases outside his defensive 50 and found Ricky Tatnall. So a good switch of play there for the Red Legs. Tatnall just has to slow things up to wait for the numbers to come across, but they stop that forward thrust from Moe. They kick it to the wing area. It's a bit of an up and under kick. Braganolo led at that one. Sliding in, no free kick was paid. The big fella in Farrell just had to quickly get through the ball before the umpire pinned him. But he said, we'll ball it up. We're just forward to centre now for the Lions. We talk about that big crowd, Poppy. There's a good little crowd in front of the past players booth here as well. And the can bar at Moe will be up and about if the Lions get this one this afternoon. Big game. Yeah, hasn't hit any real heights. Nearly 7 minutes in, or just ticked over 7 minutes now, first quarter. There's a lot of grind around the ball. Quick kick forward though by Blazer. Burst inside the forward 50. Nice. Taken off the ball. I thought a Moe player, 20 metres from home. That play on. Russell's Cowan with the ball. Handball quickly. There's some bodies being thrown around now. Hines gets on the end of it and they find their way out of defence, but only momentarily. They run into a brick wall after Vickery tried to chase one down, and now Hines from a standing start gains 55 metres. It spills off hands of Lachlan Reese and out of play. Right half forward flank, Bairnsdale to attack. As I say, the play, Boxer, a little bit sloppy in the opening minutes.
It is, I think it's because both sides are prepared to go the punt at the moment too.
Yeah.
It's really hard at it at the moment.
Farrell tapped it down, was picked off though by Robinson. He went backwards to Cowan, he kicked around the body, dropping the mark back there was Blazer, the old 1-2 handball. Wood, he gave it across to a teammate. Now he comes in tackle with a strong tackle, wasn't rewarded with the free kick. Wood has to go again with McKinnon from Bairnsdale, and will have a stoppage right on their top of their 50.
That's the save, Boxer. The Red Legs showing a bit of intensity at the ball that I didn't see last week. Well, top of 50. Let's see if they can make something out of this forward thrust. They're just metres inside their forward 50. That's where the umpire will ball it up. There's a group of players of about a dozen around this ball. Centre half forward through, inside forward 50. Bairnsdale to attack. Nicely done. Tap forward, going to get a winner here. They need one desperately. Cowan tries hard. The big fella, Ethan East, kicks to within 20. Off the hand is McCary. A right foot kick over the left shoulder, pulled short. Nicely taken. Good mark by Grant.
Yeah, it was a good one. No score. The Lions still lead it by a point. We've gone 9 minutes first quarter. Darnell Breck kicks it out. Big fly to back with White, but there was Farrell. Nicely done by Fleming. Gave a handball to Blazer. He gave it over the top to Jenkinson. Short little neat kick. Found Tommy Long. He presents high. He's going to go long over the back. Running back there is Dugan will mark on his chest directly in front. A very well-weighted kick in the end. And Tommy Long, I tell you, high half forward. He can play deep forward. He's a super player for this line.
It's definitely started well, but for me, it's been swimming for Moe. He's doing everything just to set up there too. Spencer White, he ran about 100 metres to that lead. I was originally looking for him, but Dugan was in the right spot.
So directly in front is Ash Dugan.
The 9.5-minute mark, Lions lead by a point. No one's got a goal as yet for speed goals, but Durkin will come in and put it straight through the middle to get the first of the afternoon here.
There's a good little setup there from Moe's defence there too. Look, the Kerry kicked that goal, obviously different story altogether, but great position, great little setup there, and like I said before, all set up to him.
And we've taken 10 minutes to get to the first goal on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, and it's gone Moe's way. They lead 1-1-7, and they lead by that against Bairnsdale, who are yet to score.
Very cold, isn't it? Yeah, very cold. I mean, the action's hot outside, but in this box, truly, it's like sitting in igloo. And Box, I don't mind saying, you're looking more and more like an Eskimo. So by quarter time, we could be in a spot of highlight. So the ball will be thrown back. In fact, it will come back sort of grandstand side of Ted Zummerton's reserve.
That was a Z on it.
It definitely had a Z in that one, didn't it? But the cricket pitch area is pretty sloppy here at Moe, I've got to say. Ball thrown up nicely done, kick off the ground, gains 30 metres. The race is on, good work too. Robertson lays a nice tackle and grabs his opponent as they slide 5 metres. He and Scott Van Dyke through the mud before the umpire comes in to lend a hand.
So another ball up. Now they just walk out of those boggy cricket pitches.
It's a cold weather.
I tell you what, he's Rick Pacino, who was Dennis White won that one, handled out to an open space where Russell Cowan can gather it, but he didn't do so on the first time, allowed Wood to come in and put some pressure on. Now the line through Morrow, over the top of Prestige's head. Wood working hard, giving it out to Blazer to open space. He can come in, brought again by Ham to Biffin. Gets in the half forward, Tommy Long, stop, prop, good little work defensive there, done by the Red Legs. The quick kick off the ground was from Giovi. Got a bit of run on through the middle. Oh, free kick surely will be paid. Got driven
Advantage, no.
And the free kick will go in the way of Brian as he's just inside the square, the centre square, as Brian thumps it long. East is the target in front, Mark Donnelly. He's hard to get around. Once he gets the drop zone, he knows exactly where it is. He's got good hands.
Yeah, spot on, Scudden. I think that's the perfect spot for him there, that 20-metre mark out in front of goal. He's just going to be too strong for break it, I think. Just going to see what happens there throughout the day.
Well, big moment for Monticello's early in the game. 12-minute mark. They must respond here. They're 7 points down at the moment. This is their first real chance at goal. And Ethan East directly in front. Puts it through the middle. Good work by the Red Legs there through the middle of the ground.
Yeah, it was really great work. And one thing they really need to do now is just keep putting the ball in that hot spot there. And Kerry and Ethan East will do the job for them. They're just going to make sure that midfield stays on top.
1 point lead to Moe on the Harvey Norman Computer Gippsland scoreboard. We've played 12.5 minutes into the first quarter. Moe 1-1-7, leading Bairnsdale 1 goal straight 6.
Yeah, they're sort of avoiding that corridor through the centre, aren't they, because of the cricket pitches.
It's not quite boggy.
Yeah, and it's sort of just making the play congested around the outside. So it'll be interesting to see how this game unfolds. The ball taking a little bit of time to get back to the centre. A couple of changes being made by Bairnsdale as we speak. Coming onto the ground is Dennison.
He was good last week.
Yeah, coming off is Tommy Bryan. So Dennison goes forward and provides another big-bodied player up forward, which is interesting. So the central umpire just directing the boundary umpires where to place themselves. A bit unusual anyway.
We've got a couple extra ones today.
Yeah, we have. White's beaten to it by Morrow. Took the ball out of the contest, kicks to within 35. This is a dream start or passage of play, because coming out, Christian Gunn takes the ball, does it nicely. The tumbling kick forward landed his arms, courtesy of playing in front, and he'll kick probably from 45 metres, boys, directly in front. So let's take a decent sort of kick. The effort on the mark was pretty good. The kick off the boot was equal. And I tell you what, I reckon he's got it. I reckon he's got the line second of the afternoon. He has indeed. All to the line. They're second. And they scoot back away to a narrow lead.
That lead back to 7 points, 14-minute mark first quarter. Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions are on 2-1-13. Bairnsdale 1 goal straight 6.
That was an interesting one, wasn't he? Got really close to the man on the mark. Got a bit of momentum up as well. Just weary of the the distance he had to get that one to carry. The breeze sort of coming across from left to right, from right
He's
to
a
left.
big boy, isn't he? Spencer, he's big Spencer White.
He certainly is. He's hard to match up on. White's got high in the ruck, but again, Morrow doing great work inside that centre circle. Prestige out the back. Grady Cox says it was. Handball out to Van Dyke. Now Morrow again. He's getting busy. Torp goes towards half forward. Ainsworth goes to ground and then handballs in board. Just missed Coxedge by hand. Morrow again does some groundwork. Gave it up on this occasion though. The Lions, the Redlegs through Wyatt out to Vickery. Over the top now is through the run of Somerville. Drives it inside forward 50. McCary goes up and marks in front of his defender in Darnell Grech. Tight angle, breeze will come just about at his face.
It's a great setup there too. Ethan East drew his Moe opponent away from him, give him enough space to lead into there too. So tough kick from the pocket, but well set up there by Bairnsdale.
But Braden McCary, he's only played the 7 games this year, averaging 3.5 goals a game. Good to have him back in Gippsland League footy. Puts it on its way. It's across the face, but Ethan East has 2 bites of it and will be paid the mark right on the goal line. On the tightest of angles up against the behind post. He'll have to run around, you'd think, on this occasion. Moe lead at 2-1-13 to Bairnsdale 1 straight 6. He runs around, puts it around the body. And Ethan East, well, he's got 2 now for the Redlegs.
Well, what a recovery, Ethan East. He's been in everything in the last 5 minutes as well. So the 2 forwards we spoke about pre-game have been in everything so far for Bairnsdale, and they just responded to Moe's goal.
And that is 3 goals in the last 4 minutes between the two teams. And at the 16-minute mark, with 1 point separating them on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 2-1-13, Bairnsdale 2 goals straight 12.
Okay, so Morrow will contest the ruck again. He's been busy in the air. He's been busy on the ground level. He's just loving these heavier conditions. And he's got a new opponent right now. And I speak of Cook, who will contest the ruck against Morrow when we finally get the ball back to the centre of the oval. As you heard, the margin just a single point. 16.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
Just a quick update for you while the ball's coming back for Harvey Norman Furniture in Gippsland Power. They defeat the Standing on Stingrays 12-13-85 to the Stingrays 6-14-50. Yep.
Good win. Here we go. Morrow up against Cook in the middle of the oval. Who gets the tap? Morrow does. Can he find a teammate? He cannot. Trying to bust their way through was Bairnsdale. But behind play, the ball taken from Tommy Bryan, 1-6 to the other. Jacob Wood, left foot kick, went searching for, couldn't find a teammate. They're inside forward 50, they're looking dangerous. They've probably made something out of nothing here, and a quick kick. They've got some numbers around the ball, a handball over the top, which was required by Tommy Long. He chose to kick around the body, and behind play, there's a little bit of body contest. I reckon coming in late there was Dugan, who was frustrated that Long didn't give him the ball, and now takes it out on his opposition as Hamilton prepares to bring the ball back in after that point, Paul Carter.
Which takes Moe to 2-2-14 against Bairnsdale 2 goals straight 12.
Long kick there from Hamilton, got it outside his defensive 50. Farrell was out there just a little bit overzealous with the tackle, gave one away over the shoulder, and the free kick will go in the way of Dylan Somerville. Across half-back, drives it inboard to right in the centre of the ground. It got over the back where Cowan just swooped on it, kicked it high, 1-on-1, McCary and Grech. And Grech did well. Did well with a defensive mark. He can chip it over the top now. Found Maslin. He can mark in front of Nick Bulmer.
Dangerous.
Comes in ball with a 45. The young kids like to do that. Van Dyke, that was Jaden. He then squared it back out to the defensive back pocket where Darnell Grech has it. And this comes back in board. This could be dangerous. It's a good kick in the end and lands in the hands of Tommy Fleming. So they're still in their defensive 50 of the Lions, and again this kick goes short to Maslin.
So they've had 4 or 5 possessions and still in defensive 50.
Yep.
And they're going short again, boundary side, Scud.
Yeah, found Braganolo this time. So we're only 60 metres away now. Braganolo, well, his kick was smothered. It allowed Cowan to come in. Took on the tackler. Left foot he is. Drives it to the top of the square. Dennison over the back, running onto at least Ethan East. Can't quite keep it in the field of play, and over it goes for a boundary throw-in.
I wonder if there's a breeze out there that's picked up, because they're playing as though they're playing against the breeze. I mean, looking at the trees and the
tree there
banners,
would give it away that there's no.
you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Tristan Gum did run a long way to try and get a bit of distance when he had that shot on goal, so perhaps you're right there, Poppy.
We'll find out. Anyway, we're midway through this first quarter, and the game pretty much in the balance at the moment. Neither side really being able to control long passages of play, and even now the ball's inside Bairnsdale's forward 50, but through Wood, he tries to relieve the pressure. That ball is smothered. They try to centre it. Cowan, I thought held his opponent. He did. He was couldn't get his body in front of Van Dijk, so held him to try to make position, and in doing so, gave away a free kick.
Yeah, right on in his goal square, goes straight up the middle of the ground, and there's lots of space. Jacob Wood marked it, gave it to Fleming, took on the tackler there of Cook. Now he explodes away, left foot kick out towards some open space. Running out there was Tristan Gum. Swings around, right foot, puts it in the direction there of Spencer White. It's not going to get to him, it's going to bounce in front of him and also his teammate in Josh Wilson, and we'll have a boundary throw in, but it is in Moe's forward line.
Scuddy's an elite runner, Spencer White. I watched him in from half back. He was not in the play at all. He just sprinted all the way through, so it was like a 200-metre lead then.
Hamilton, how did he go with him?
He stuck with him, but, he gave it his best.
Squeezing Hamble out the back from Wood to Biffin. The kick goes high. Standing underneath it is the smallest fella out there in Wilson. Now he puts on a strong tackle on White. They've got numbers, the Red Legs. And a clearing kick out wide from Brett Waddell. Looks for space and he's looking for touch, you'd think. And in front of the running Radford will find it. And we've got a boundary throw in now on the wing area, Poppy.
We have 21 minutes gone, first quarter. It's the home side by 2 points. Hasn't been the best display of quality footy, but good, hard, honest contests for most of this first 21 minutes now. Boundary throwing to take place. Morrow will contest. This time he'll be up again against the young fella in Cook. Ball spills to ground. They've got the runners. They're getting some good wins around the contest. Delivery first kick after, though, poor, as Bairnsdale come from right half back to left half back. They spread the ball nicely. And now they come through Tatnall, grandstand side to McKeon, the little bloke, the pocket rocket, in front of our TRFM commentary position. Goes long, nice lead too. Nicely kicked, you're right, spot on there. And they've found Link Robertson with that left leg who kicked him in the danger zone. Hines tries to get position, doesn't leave the ground, but he finds himself with the ball, dances around one and runs into a brick wall. The umpire says dropping the ball. I'm not sure that he had that much opportunity, but Scott Van Dijk in defensive 50 will take the free kick.
He certainly does, and that was red hot too. He only just grabbed it, and now
50 as well, is it?
Could have been a little bit of lip, I think, from Keenan Hines to the umpire. So, yep,
and he's still going with the umpire's telling us what it's all about.
Yeah, well, I think he may have us plugged in. We asked the question, and he gave us the signal of Baby Shark, I think it is. But right on the wing. Van Dijk drives it in the Spencer White direction. Goes up. Can't quite mark it the first time. Ground level. Good work there by, was it Jenkinson? Tries to get a handball out. Can't do so. Nice tackle by Preston to hold things up.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with watching it, but you really should do it with the kids, not while they're at school. Right half forward flank. Moe into attack. Here we go. Who's going to contest this one? Well, one of the smaller blokes. In fact, Blazer, I reckon it was. They got a left foot kick to within 10 metres. Hamilton overrun it. Bairnsdale under a bit of pressure. Hamilton taken off the ball. A free kick behind play will go Somerville's way. Or in fact, it will be, yes, Somerville it is. I thought Hamilton was going to put his hand up for that one, but it's going to be Somerville with that left leg. Looks and plays a little bit like Robertson, doesn't he, with those dreadlocks. He goes short to Cowan, and in defensive 50, grandstand side, Bairnsdale not rushing just at the moment. They're trying to pick their way through this fairly strong press from the home side.
Handball over the top to Preston, just at ground level. Radford couldn't get it. Working hard now is Coxhead, tries to get a handball out. Now coming in to help with Kieran Vickery, had 2 or 3 bites on it. That was the idea from Poppy. And we've got a boundary thrown right in front of the Moe coaching staff, Lachlan Sim and his crew, as the Lions lead it by 2 points at the 23-minute mark of this first quarter. Great to have your company on this great Saturday afternoon. The boundary throw in is short. Farrell tapped it straight down to Brian. Gave it to Cowan. His little kick. Well, he just tried to keep it in the field of play. Gained 5 metres at best. And we'll have another boundary throwing.
Scott, it just goes to show that, like the boundary throwing just prior, the numbers of Bairnsdale was quite incredible based on what the Moe Lions had there at their stoppage as well.
So Farrell in the ruck now, gets front position. Going to be hard to beat from there. He gets a tap down to Cook. Can't grab the ball. Coming in late with the big bloke in
Big Dennison.
Nathan Dennison for Bairnsdale. He holds the ball in. So another ball up. Farrell again uses his size. So he came in second, but he got the hands to the ball to find Cook. Dropping the ball is the call.
Yep.
And the free kick has gone Bairnsdale way through Brian. His kick is sloppy, going inside forward 50. Should have made more than that. And now Farrell will sprint through centre half back, give to Blazer. They got some run. The Lions now through Van Dyke. Go forward, Spencer White. Thank you. Textbook sort of stuff.
Yeah, great movement and great forward run too. And it all started from the big man in Farrell, didn't it? He took it on, took the grass in front of him, and the handball in front, I think it was to Blazer to start things off, wasn't it? It was really good play.
So White, prior to the game, was practising for goal from right here. He looked good too, looked nice, neat and neat. You'd expect him to clean this one up, but no, pushes it towards the left. And really, I think fell short as well. No, the umpire says they're behind. So it'll be another score for the home side.
And Harvey Norman Computers skip Grants forward, reads Moe 2-3-15, leading Bairnsdale 2 straight 12, 25-minute mark in the first quarter.
Somerville went short to Waddell. And here's in his defensive back pocket, gets around Wilson. Now he decides to switch it up. He last minute decides to get out there, and that's a beautiful kick to Vickery, who has gone back the last couple of weeks for Bairnsdale. Kieran Vickery chips it over the top of the wing. Nicely done. Vicarial's on a long leg. He plays on quickly. Got it over the top there. Radford can't quite gather it. Running onto this is Bulmer. A little toe poke to himself. Now he gathers it. Gets around one tackler. Neatly done. Oh, great smother from Darnell Gregg. Comes the other way. Releases with a 20-metre handball, but missed the target in Ainsworth. And we've got a boundary throw-in on the wing.
Just that awareness cost him then. He had a player inside. He was going long to the goal square where he could have chipped it inside just the top of the 40.
Hamilton and White coming off for respective sides. So as the big forward comes off, the big defender goes off also, and coming back on for the Lions is Tom Long, who will be matched up with for Bairnsdale. Boys, I've got 30. Cook, yeah, of course. He's a late one on my sheet.
The ball came back into play on the far side of the ground. No one really got clean handball on it. Umpire's just letting it go. Wood dropped it. Now Farrell, handball in board, opens up that space. Good handball again. It allowed Blazer to kick at the half-forward line. Ball in dispute. Waddell was there. Handball backwards, missed the target. Allowed Gum now to run on it for the Lions. Left foot kick was a bit of a shocker. Come off the side of the boot. And happy to see this go over is Dylan Somerville for a boundary throw-in. 15 metres around from Moe's goal. 27 minutes have gone. It is Moe 2-3-15. Bairnsdale 2 straight 12 on your Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
Looking forward to the stats at quarter time. Just, forward 50 entries, stoppages, wins, because on the scoreboard it says 3 points to different. It's small margin, but you get the feeling that's probably going to be reflected. But I'm unsure. It's hard to get a feel for who's got control of this game. We'll find out with Paul Carter at quarter time.
Might have a couple now. Have you got some, Paul?
Inside 50s, Moe leading 11-10.
Okay, yeah.
And it's been shared. There's no punts.
Yep. It's up and down.
It's been a bit like that, a real arm wrestle. So White jumps high, and that 50-50 contest gets a touchdown. So searching for a teammate, can't find that player. We're 55 metres from Moe's goals. They're kicking to the South Street end of the ground. As the ball's thrown back up, here we go again.
Kick around the body, no one's there except for Lachlan Reese there for the Lions. So he'll send it back in. Just gets towards the top of the 50. Held off the football there was the Lions. That front square nicely done was Jenkinson. Someone's working out. Jenkinson fired up, kept the ball in the field of play. Can he keep his feet? He slipped over. Then he went to ground. The Bairnsdale guys asked for holding the ball. The umpire says, I'll do it. And we'll ball it up again. 20 metres out now from the Lions goal. Front spot there was White. Farrell took it out, gave a handball backwards to Coxheads. Now Wilson under pressure, got one high. And Wilson will go back and have a shot on goal for Moe. He is one of the smallest out on the park. Of course, Jacob Wood holds that title, has done for many years. Wilson is close. Boxer, noticed anything in this first quarter?
Yeah, Hamilton is definitely the go-to. So White's come off, Hamilton's come off as well. So something that's a little bit
just old school
stuff.
Following around wherever he goes.
Just come off as you please.
Wilson kicks it into the man of the mark. Football now is still in dispute. He goes again. Brian does well with a handball out wide to the run of Waddell. Got tackled from behind. It's going to come back. Quick kick there by Coxhead. Was smothered, and there is your quarter-time siren.
I'm glad that's over, actually, to be honest. I thought that was a frustrating 30 minutes, boys.
It was frustrating.
Totally agree. 2-3-15 the Lions. They lead it. Bairnsdale are 2 straight 12. That's on your Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. It's quarter time here in the round 14 clash of the TRFM Gippsland League. As we said, it is Moe leading by 3 points. It is Gippsland Live for Harvey Norman Electrical. Fantastic deals, incredible ranging and rush in store today. Quarter didn't get up to great heights. Hopefully it opens up a little bit better.
I reckon it will. I reckon we're talking about a real quality side here. And both sides are actually playing a good stand of the footy. Are capable of playing a good stand of the footy. We just haven't seen the best of them in that first 30 minutes.
No, we haven't. I reckon it's been played at Bairnsdale's terms at the moment.
Well, second quarter's about to get underway. Whites and Morrow, who had a good first quarter for Monticello's. Good tap down to Jacob Wood. There's a kick for Woody. He kicks it inside forward 50. Big fly. There's a free kick. And takes Spencer White. It will go to Hamilton, the Bairnsdale defender. He quickly plays on. Gets it to the near side. The target is Hines, who can elevate and can't mark. Out the back, Biffin goes hands to Reese. Goes short. No, he looked to go short and then probably should have in the end. He had a target in Morrow who missed him. And Brett Waddell takes the uncontested mark. He's going to turn it over.
He took a good mark, but his disposal was poor. So all of a sudden, Moe, who are trying to defend through Reese, will go forward and they'll go to within 30 metres. Who's the first player there? I reckon it could ball. Quick kick off the ground by Long. It tumbled prior to the line, meaning there'll be a boundary throw in. 30 metres out from Moe's goals, just in front of the scoreboard, which reads the quarter-time score of Moe 2-3-15. And Bairnsdale 2 straight goals. Farrell, beating the ball, I think, on that occasion, 50-50 maybe, as Bairnsdale's kick out of defence through Bryan tumbles off the side of the boot. And
the spectator
that resembles Santa Claus. He's not one of the best chess marks. And he tosses the ball back, and it was all too easily, wasn't it? Biffin to Long on the lead. And now Long, compliment to that beautiful lead and good kick, will kick from 35 metres on a just worse than 45-degree angle, boys.
That explosive pace. He's just got that brilliant turn of foot over 10 metres. No backman's going to stop him.
Well, let's see what his kicking's like. Usually a prodigious kick of the football. Comes in, right foot kick, pushed it. Goes away and away for just snuck in for a minor score. Paul Carter.
And a big hello to the Greenham Gippsland people in the sponsors box here at Moe this afternoon. They're our second quarter sponsors. So the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard sees Moe on to 2-4-16, leading by 4 points. Bairnsdale 2 straight 12.
I saw some tough blokes here. They're the meat boys, are they?
Yeah, that's them, all right.
Yeah, well, I'll just tiptoe past that little corporate box, I reckon. The ball at the moment with Bairnsdale, right half back flank. They're under a bit of pressure. I reckon Moe have just lifted us a little bit as Robertson finds himself in danger. Cook to Blazer. We say that a few times every week, don't we? Blazer's kick now burst through 50. First player there, held out of the contest was Wilson. Compliments of Cook. And there'll be a free kick now by Cook in the last line of defence, really, for the visitors.
Yeah, with the youngster. He's looking to go down the line. He decides to come in board. It might just come... No, you don't think he did, but it might come off. Radford was there. Callum McKeon just toe poked it, but Jaden Van Dyke came in. Now Fleming overruns it. McKeon is low to the ground. He swooped on it in the quagmire of the middle of the ground, but his kick is turned over by Tyson Biffin on the wing, who just wants to slow things down. He'll go lateral to the far side, and he found a teammate out there in Darnell Grech. He's on the wing, waiting for players to come across to that far side of the ground and present. Goes in the direction of Gum, and that's a lovely kick and a great mark by Gum in front of Cook. He's 55 metres out from goal, too far out to score. He chipped it over the top, and out there found Fleming. Again, hard up on the boundary line, 50 metres out. Breeze coming into his face, decides to kick to the hot spot area where Farrell will run and jump, goes for the chest mark, got spoiled. Wilson had it, dropped it, play onto the umpire. Cowan is at ground level to win it, and then left foot kick clears it out for no one. And does he find Touch, Poppy?
Well, the race is on between Touch and Gum, and guess what? Gum wins out. Got himself out of a sticky situation, kicks and threatens a forward 50, punched over the line, nicely done by Somerville. It'll be a boundary throw-in. 55 metres out from Moe's goals. They lead by 4 points. We're 4 minutes in to the last quarter. That player was Robertson too, who I mix up with Somerville every so often.
Sorry, mate. Ball comes back in. Morrow tapped it down. Wilson's working hard on Cowan, who got the handball away. Waddell just gave it up now. Gum had it. Goes backwards to Blazer. Quick right foot kick. Has it got a bit of distance on it? Over the back. Cook will spoil. And 2-on-1. The 2 always wins. Box up.
It does, mate. And I'm just trying to work out Spencer White's role at the moment. He's playing really high. Just keep an eye on him there as well. He looks like a player that's missed a lot of footy.
He looks a bit lost, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Just a little bit lost at the moment. You just wonder whether or not he's at the key role, like a full forward role.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. That's why I had a look.
Moe had all 7, now 80 inside 50s this quarter just for the 2 points on the green, and Gippsland scored 2-5-17 to Bairnsdale 2 straight 12.
So Bairnsdale at the moment not paying the price of not having much of the ball. As Spencer White, the player we just spoke of, kicks from 45 and marks in front of goals, and it's a nice mark too by Tristan Gum, who'll certainly put up the home side's 3rd goal of the afternoon, and just reward for a lot of control of the ball in the opening 5 minutes of this second quarter.
Really strong hands. Direct 50-metre penalty too. First will take him to the last line.
That's happened a few times today, boys.
And Gum just chips it over the top of Waddell and the man on the mark, and just gives a bit of a clap too there, Daniel Preston. Just to be careful, the umpire was in close proximity, but a goal nonetheless to Tristan Gum, his second.
There's a couple of umpires out there that are really quick on the lip as well. So if you're prepared to mouth off, they'll be given a 50 away straight away as well. But let's talk about the reverse. Tristan Gum, there's a bloke who's really built up his game now. He's got a few behind the belt. He's looked really dangerous today and kept it off with his second goal.
First goal of the second quarter takes Moe to an 11-point lead 5 minutes in. Green and Gippsland scored 3-5-23 Moe to 2 straight 12 Bairnsdale.
So it'll be White's up against Morrow, back in the centre of Ted Summerton Reserve, not to be confused with Ted Summerton Reserve. Cowan has the ball, gives ground, keeps possession. Nicely done through Waddell. Waddell from kicks towards left half forward flank. The race is on and Tatnall leads that race. But unfortunately all players are beaten to it now again by the boundary line. So it'll be another boundary throw in. So the margin between the two sides is probably best reflected in the scoring shots, because at the moment Moe have all of a sudden shot off to 8 scoring shots to 2, but their lead is less than 2 goals, consequence of some inaccurate kicking, boys.
Yeah, Ethan East from the stoppage, hammered over the top to Minnie McKeon, runs to 50, keeps it low, spears it in over the back, dropping the mark there, should have taken it was Robinson. Ball was in dispute, he had to fight for it at ground level, and it was a spearing daisy cutter from Callum McKeon. Got over a couple of defenders from Moe and couldn't quite execute the mark with Robinson. They'll have a ball up right on the point of the square. East comes in, grabs it out of the ruck, gave a handball to Wyatt, who was quickly tackled, somehow got out of it. Blazer gave a quick handball across to Scott Van Dyke, and his kick, White's got tunnelled. The umpire said play on. Nice handball from Wood. It might be picked off though. Vickery came in, McKeon, now Wood at ground level. Good handball to Maslin, kicks around his body. In the middle of the ground, it's all the red legs though. Off half back, should be a free kick. Didn't have the football. No, the umpire's let it go. Spencer White grabbed it, quickly tackled by McKeon. David and Goliath like in the middle of the ground. Umpire's letting this one go. They're fighting for it. Ball bobbles out. Coxedge gave it to Wood, who loves a bit of contact. Got through one and then kicked it. And it was down the throat of Preston.
So from left half, back flank, Bairnsdale have the ball. They desperately need to hit the scoreboard though. They're not going to do it using the ball like that, because cutting that one off is Pearce. Matt Pearce, right half forward flank, or just short of, goes inboard to Coxedge. He grabs the ball inside the centre square, closer to centre half forward but not, and he'll kick to within 30 metres. Can he find a winner here? Gum flying high, couldn't take the ball. Nicely done. Threaded it through beautifully. A kick from a standing start through Prestige will fall short to Hamilton. He's got time to find Hines and finds that player very nicely.
He does. Defensive back pocket. Well, we've got a bit of a chance as Bairnsdale have the football. Around the grounds, box up.
In Warragul, Mappa game, Warragul 117 to Mappa 5333. And in identical scores, Druin 117. They trail Sale 5333.
And
Wait a minute. So there's identical scores.
Here we go.
Well, Druin and Warragul got identical scores. Have Mafra and Sale.
They're not identical. From this stoppage, good work by Grady Coxedge. You got to tie Morwell there, Gather score for us?
Yeah, I can give you that one. Leon Gather 4-3-27. More one straight goal.
And
what about identical scores between
and I'll
Wonthaggi
keep
and
going. Wonthaggi 2-1-13. They lead Traralgon 1-6-12.
So after kicking 12 straight last week, Traralgon going to find themselves on 1-6 this week. As Cowan has the ball. Right half-back flank play onto the call. That left leg goes long. Nicely done at his 2. Towards half-forward flank, and a good strong mark plays on quickly, and Bairnsdale through McKinnon have got the chance to find a winner inside 50, but no, going in, the ball bounced off his chest, and I speak of Greg, but he was good enough to have a second dip, and he got it nicely.
Yeah, switches the play out towards Fleming, got it over the top to Spencer White, comes back, left foot kick inboards, a nice neat one. Grady Coxedge can mark and play on, kicks it to Truce and half forward. Prestige is the target, marks inside 50, no one's on the mark, he can run, 49 now, chips it over the top to Wilson.
Easy.
Beautiful done, he handballs over the top, and the GOAT Dylan Farrell will stroll in and get the easiest of goals for the Lions.
You just seem to think that Moe are just starting to flip the switch a little bit, Poppy, and just their build-up there to that goal, the usage inside 50, just to share the ball around, just goes to show that, they're just starting to find their niche now.
And Greenham Gippsland scoreboard sees Moe now out to a 17-point lead. They're 4-5-29, and the Bairnsdale still on their quarter-time score of 2 goals straight 12.
Well, big moments for Monticello's this afternoon. Great Northern mid-strength stubbies at 39 and Gossip's wine range $3 a bottle. Bairnsdale must find something now, and they can through the stoppage through Tatnall. Didn't right take it, gave a handball quickly off to Somerville, who goes backwards to Brian. Nice mark by Sean Wyatt. Too far out to score, he goes lateral.
Wow, Gippy turning the ball over plenty, and they're starting to pay the price now as the home side start to look a little bit more settled. This time they'll do that through Fleming, and they'll go short, and that's found the big guy in Grec, who's been busy and solid and reliable as he normally is. Lucas Jenkinson inside the centre square of their home ground, goes towards right half-forward flank. One-on-one contest, punch from behind, nicely done too by Somerville, finds the boundary line. It'll be thrown in. Right half-forward flank, Moe into attack, and as you heard, leading by 17 points.
Boxer's getting some scores for us in North Gippsland for us. We'll have those for you in a moment. We'll also get some AFL scores as we speak. Morrow in the ruck, doing very nicely. Handballed out the back to Blazer. His kick was smothered. Brian has it. Runs away from one and doesn't get Blazer. Got his kick smothered. Followed up beautifully done. Rewarded with a tackle. And advantage won't be paid. He'll come back and he'll have a kick in the middle of the ground. That's what you like to see from one of your veterans. Didn't like his kick was smothered, so he went back and got it himself. He chip kick over the top now, found Morrow. Right in the middle of the ground, right in the cricket wicket, so he just kicks it high. The target might be Farrell, he's 3 deep, can't mark it. Goes front and square, Grady Coxedge was there. Handball out to Prestige, right foot, shot on goal. They're tightening, and they're tightening the screws. And that's another goal for the Lions. They've got 3 in a row in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a great build-up again. And again, Blazer was in the middle of that too. One thing I didn't mention through the first quarter, his link-up handball through the middle of the ground is outstanding. And just to bring players in, again, Morrow brings the ball inside 50 and Moe score again.
23 points is the Moe lead, 12-minute mark of the second quarter. Greenham Gippsland scoreboard sees Moe 5-5-35, Bairnsdale 2 straight 12.
I noticed a few of the Bairnsdale boys are wearing long sleeves. None of the Moe boys are wearing the long sleeves, but I just saw Cowan come to the bench and take his off. So maybe feeling the pinch a bit warmer than what they anticipated here, the visitors. The ball now with Bairnsdale, nicely done. Over the top it was. It was through Robertson. Couldn't find a teammate. In fact, they've been breaking down badly. Let's see if McKean can find a winner. Nah, he spills it as well. And now Moe, they do it through Fleming. Come grandstand side, 2-on-1. White's tried to lean over the top, couldn't take the ball, but can take the man at right half-forward flank for the Redlegs. Kicking to the South Street end of Ted Summerton Reserve. And they're trailing by 23, so that margin just starting to leak out to a concerning one as the ball's thrown up.
Brian from this stoppage gave a handball back to Kenan Hines. He has to kick around his body. Top of the 50 it goes for the Lions. There is Robertson. Nicely done. Then the bounce just eluded him. Dennison comes in to help. Woods at ground level as well. And we'll have a ball-up later. It was at ground level. Boxer for Harvey Norman Furniture.
I'll get some scores out quickly while we do this. TTU 9862, they lead Glengarry 117. Yarra big leaders. This is quarter time. Based on it, 16-6, 102 to 2-1-3 against Gormandale. Hayfield 2-4-16, they lead Sale City 2 straight 12. Churchill haven't scored a goal, though 6 points. They trail Rosedale 2-3-15. And Woodside 7 straight 42, they lead Cower 4-1-25.
Just that tough day for Yarram Gormandale. The reserve score in that one saw Yarram 50 goals 19, 3-19 to no score. So a tough day for Gormandale.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Doesn't appear to be a lot of depth there, does there?
No.
14 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. Bit of depth in this one. Bit of game to be played, because even though they trail, Bairnsdale haven't given it up, and nor should they, given the where we sit at the game at the moment. They're inside forward 50. This could be a chance to get another major score. A kick around the corner. That kick was from Robertson, and then a soccer off the ground, if you don't mind, by Shawnee Wyatt. Desperately gets Bairnsdale closer. His first of the afternoon. Importantly, his side's third goal in 15 minutes gone of the second quarter.
Box, big moment for Monticello's right there.
Absolutely massive, and we saw how dangerous he was when he was inside 50 last week, and in the right spot, in the right time there, and Bairnsdale definitely needed something like that.
And Bairnsdale's first score of the quarter. It's come at the 15-minute mark, and the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard sees them sitting on 3 goals straight 18. They trail Moe by 17 points. The Lions 5-5-35.
Brad McCary spent a lot of his time on the bench. Time might be managed as he comes back from that big injury. Good work by Blazer. Put one hand out, then he got boot to ball. Got it half forward. Good tackle there was from Ainsworth. Allowed Wood to come in. Gave a handle over the top to Dugan. He fights to win it. Giovi was back there for the Redlegs. Quick relieving pressure kick out from Preston. Cowan slipped over. Corbett gave it back to the run of Preston. Little short chip to Wyatt. Marks in front of the defender. Looked to handball inboard and then decided not to. So Sean White might have to go down the line towards Radford. Can't mark. No. But over the top, 2-on-1 will win. And Maslin, the young star for the Lions, back from Gippsland power duties this afternoon. Nice mark, kicks down the line. Dugan elevates straight up and down. Too strong, too tall for his defender in Preston. And Dugan just slows things up. Wants to come inboard. Now he goes short. Presenting there is Grady Coxhead. Cowan had the spoil. Got a boot to ball. Goes over for a boundary thrown. Right in front of us here at Ted Summit Reserve. 16 and a half minutes gone. The margin 17 points in favour of Moe.
I tell you what, Cowan was brilliant before that quick handball under pressure. It was like pulling a gun out of a holster the way he released it. Over the top now. Big thump forward comes from Wood. Gains 20-30 metres and threatens a forward 50, but finds itself over the boundary line. Compliments of some good Waddell work as well. So right on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, there'll be a boundary throw in as we have a look at Big Gippy.
Just quickly, more or less in the match of the day, 4-2-26, they lead Yallourn North 2-1-13. Traff 6-4-40, they lead Moving North 2-1-13.
Oh, gee whiz, there's some upsets looming, boys, in mid-Gippsland as Cowan has the ball now for the Redlegs.
Nice little kick now to Radford, who presented to the wing. Pushes back off the mark quickly. He's on his defensive half-back flankish area. Kicks it down the line to half-forward. East is the target. Pushed his opponent out. Tacknell. Oh, he nearly decided to take on Jacob Wood in front of the Moe coaching box, but he got tackled over for another boundary throw-in. 7.5 minutes gone. And it will be Morrow and White to do duties. White does well. Taps it over the back. McKeon works hard. So does Corbett. McKeon won it, handballed out to Wyatt, quick handball out. McKeon attacked it again and continued to attack and took on the tackle.
Nice.
And beautifully squaring kick out wide. Keenan Hines just toe poked that. Kieran Vickery's got Biffin to beat. Vickery decides to kick it along the ground. Biffin kept his feet as well. Vickery and Biffin do well. And trying to keep it out there was Bulmer, but couldn't do so. And we'll have a boundary throw in. And as quickly as it goes from this side, it disappears to the far side of the ground for another boundary throw-in.
How good's Monty McKeon been today?
Yeah.
It's just a really classy.
You've got to sit him in the middle of that mud in a one-on-one contest. He won't be beaten all day. He just loves it. He just loves it.
6 disposals this quarter.
Yeah, he's been busy, and that's been the difference of keeping them at least in touch as Moe now go forward. Gee, that was easy, wasn't it? Oh, Gum goes short. The lead was on. It was on by Long, and Long takes it beautifully. 45-degree angle. He'll kick from 30 metres, boys. That was pretty.
But Poppy, you can just see the class of Gum. He marked, he knew what he wanted to do straight away. Long knew as well. They both just married themselves up really well.
Okay, Long just needs to convert now to put a little kiss on the top of what was a nice bit of foreplay, and it is a goal.
Tommy Long.
Is that too much? Nice work by Long. Good work. He gets another one for his Moe side at 19-minute mark. Paul, they're looking okay.
They are. They're back out to a 23-point lead on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions 5-41, Bairnsdale 3 straight 18.
Just a couple more games too there in mid-Gippy. Ballara 2 straight. They trail Newborough 3-4-22. Thorpedale 1-1-7. A trailing in 6-8-44.
Bit of a change boxer. Radford's going back. Potentially a loose man back at the moment. Keep an eye on that one. Cowan in the middle of the ground. Just handball straight up and down. He got ping though for holding the ball. As Grady Coxedge is the one. Gets up full of mud on his back. Won't see his number for the rest of the day.
We've had a change too. Tatton's picking up Spencer White now.
That's interesting. That would be a good head and shoulder difference as Jenkinson got it out wide for Morrow. They're still in the square, the Lions, at the 20-minute mark. His short little chip kick over the top found Jaden Van Dyke. Lots of numbers forward, so they've just got to hold on to it. Jaden kicks to his brother Scott, and he's right on 50. Now Scott kicks in the White direction. Just didn't quite read the jump. Wilson was tried the underground handball to White, but it was picked up by Tatnell, and his kick was nicely done to Minnie McKeon, and he'll slow things up.
Well, they've been forced to slow things up because Moe have got a nice little press happening at the moment, aren't they? They're keeping this ball forward of their half-back line for most of the quarter, although this occasion, McKeon's kick found White, who marked nicely in front of a couple. But again, they're going inboard. It's high risk because there's been so much of the opposition jumpers around. They just can't burst their way through. Farrell chased it down. He gave it off to Van Dyke. Van Dyke kicks to the top of the square, roving it nicely. Was Wilson. He gave it off to Gum. A kick around the body, offline, fortuitously for Bairnsdale, because that margin is out to 4 goals, Paul Carter.
Yeah, 6-6-42 on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboards. The Moe score, Bairnsdale 3 straight 18.
And we just do a quick AFL update here. It's just started the third quarter, and it's the Hawks 4-9-33. They trail the Lions 5-6-36.
Just repeating earlier today, Gippsland Power got over the top of the Dandenong Stingrays. As Sean White has this in his back pocket, kicks it outside towards half-back flank. Big pack. Front and square there was Bryan. Did well. Took on a tackler, gave a handball out to White. Now inboard. Corbett's going to get run down from behind and get absolutely crunched from Wilson. Holding the ball, the umpire said it's going to go back inside forward 50 for Moe again.
So good play, good chase down. The kick not great. We've seen a bit of that today from both sides. Blazer won't normally waste it, but he was taken by the shorts as he tried to kick, and he found a man. It was Spencer White who chucked out those arms and took the easiest of marks. You get the feeling he needs a confidence booster, a confidence boosting goal, that is, Paul Carter.
Marks inside 50 this quarter, 7 to Moe, 0 to Bairnsdale.
And that's reflective on the scoreboard, which reads Moe 6-6-42. And Bairnsdale 3 straight goals, margin 4, can it be 5? White, standing start, 40 metres out, directly in front, goes boom. There you go, boys. I'm back in a big way with my first goal of the afternoon.
When they're hot, and I think that momentum now for Moe is starting to build. Just some of those errors from Bairnsdale's really going to be something they're going to reflect on later on. The one for me is Tristan Gum inside 50. He's just dangerous, and he's a class act.
And White's goal takes Moe to 7-6-48 on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard. They lead by 30 points now. Bairnsdale 3 straight 18.
5 goals to 1 in this second quarter. And it's been all Moe. They're dominant. East back to the middle with Morrow. Morrow tapped it straight down. Scott Van Dyke was in there. Handballed out the back to Biffin. It's all too easy at the minute. Delivered nicely to Spencer White. Half forward flank, Tommy Long presents. He kicked it over his head. Farrell now will leap and launch.
Oh, you little beauty.
Take an absolute specky on the top of Hamilton.
And see, Scott, what's happened here is now with Farrell going deep, Hamilton's had been drawn back to Farrell. Hence why we've got the mismatch on White.
So Long really created the space behind him. Presented up. Good kick by White to get it over his head. Farrell leaped and launched and marked. And now from 49 metres he'll skip in. And right foot, put it on its way and put it straight
through the middle. And now, for big moment for Monticello, this is getting out of hand.
I tell you what, Boxer, we've just seen a snapshot of what could make Moe a very good side.
Absolutely.
White and Farrell.
Definitely. It's just those two twin towers.
Yep.
Very hard to match up on, and hence why we've got the other mismatch now with Spencer White.
Yeah, probably the Twin Towers wasn't a great little analogy because obviously they came tumbling down.
And Farrell has kicked his second goal, taking Moe to 8-6-54 on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard at the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Bairnsdale 3 straight 18, difference 36 points.
They won't be the only things coming.
Here they go, the twin light towers. They go inside forward 50 again. Farrell's the target, bounced over his head. Hamilton has to go back and retreat and win it. Goes close to the boundary line, kept in. Now they're under pressure. Tatnell tried to crash his way through. Couldn't do so, was Hines as well.
And an upset brewing in the AFL as well. Just about half time. It's the Blues 7-8-50. They lead the Crows 5-2-32.
Crows are gone.
Some might say,
God, they're all gone.
that's not an upset.
Ball thrown in inside 50, thumped out of defensive 50, but I tell you what, it's Moe again, a quick kick forward through Jenkinson, gains 20 metres, but is a mark last line of defence almost by Redford of Bairnsdale. So the margin is, very quickly gone from 3 points at quarter time to 6 goals at the moment and building as Hines plays the ball towards the outer side. Nice mark over the top though. Was that correct again?
Yep, they're dominating in the
They are some big players having a big impact, and here's one as well. Morrow, who was busy in the first quarter, and he's had a few touches in this second, kicked to within 30 metres. Bairnsdale in desperation go for the boundary. There was 3 up for it, one Moe player, and all 3 wanted to punch the ball to the boundary line.
Yep.
And the inside 50 count, 19-4 Moe's way this quarter.
Well, what about the marks too? That's another telling stat.
29-14 Moe's way.
Absolutely. Doubling them in marks. As we've got another boundary throw in again. The ball's being retreated from down the back of the hill.
James Blazers had 9 disposals this quarter. Tristan Gunn 6, Jacob Wood 6 as well. Tom Fleming another 3 added to here. Tyson Biffen 5 this quarter as well. Cool. And for Bairnsdale, Russell Cowns had 8 disposals.
Well, Farrell in the ruck, tapped it straight down. Sean White was there. Radford tries to win it off the ground and stand up in the tackle. Ball spills out. Cowman just shoved Jenkinson out the way. And the boundary will beat them again. Another boundary throw in, still inside the forward 50 for Moe.
I can't. I mean,
How are we meant to do this?
I don't know. I mean, I'm used to working with professionals, but this is...
Yeah, we are, aren't we, Darryl?
There we are. It's getting beyond a joke now. Underground handball there. Spencer White picked it up, flicked it out. Play on, said the umpire, landed back at his lap.
Anyway, Boxer,
We make mistakes.
again, mate. Try it again. What did you want to say?
Nothing. I'm done.
Oh, what do you mean?
You're done. I'm over it.
It's a
You've been done
26
for
minute
12 years, mate. You're still here.
26-minute mark of this second quarter. Box is done. Down to 3 of us in the box. Handball out the back there. Bradford's trying to get some run out of his back line. 1-2 handball. Cowan was there. Got dumped after he's kicked it. Goes towards the wing area. Good spoil again. Van Dyke. They're going to go again, other Lions. Good tackle. And we're having a sling tackle, perhaps? Well, the umpire's given it to Moe.
Did you say Cameron Ling tackle? Did he say Ling tackle? or
Sling tackle.
Oh, you got the S out.
And Darnell Grech has been on fire. He runs around and easily just runs away from the man on the mark. That looked like poor manning up for my like. Kicked it into the dangerous spot. Jacob Wood will fight for it. And the umpire's found another free kick. This time it's going to Bairnsdale.
Oh, no.
No, he's called it my ball within about 2 seconds. We'll ball it up. Poppy?
Well, I was a bit confused by that ruling as well. Anyway, Bairnsdale get the ball out of defensive 50. Look, they're doing some good work here through necessity, but they're just falling down badly, and Paul Carter's got all those stats. But I tell you what, it's been all Moe this quarter. Let's see if they can bust through half forward. They can, but guess what? There is absolutely no one forward of Kieran Vickery who kicks for goal from 55 out. He needs a bounce to go his way, and guess what? He got it. Good work. Bairnsdale finally get there. Second of the quarter. It's been a long time coming, and there's a long way to go, but they've made a start.
And that kick must have gone from about 65 metres out and run about at the last 20 odd. And it takes Bairnsdale to 4 straight 24. They trail Moe by 30 points on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions are 8-6-54.
Box up.
Yes, mate.
Are you part of this team or not, mate? Give us something. No, I'm serious. We're going to have to make a decision on you soon.
We're going above hierarchy as well. As back in the middle, Farrell again taps it down. Brian
Give us
was
something.
working hard. He got tackled.
Make something up quickly. Tell us a joke. Anything.
I'll tell you, Paul.
No, you can't tell us that one. That was pre-on air. As again, this time Ethan East in the front spot, taps it down. Fleming was there, handballed out to some open space. Grady Coxedge did well, tried to get it to Wilson. Blazer came in to help, shrugged one tackle, took on another one, gave a handball back to Wilson. He delivers, inside it goes. Coming out the other way this time was Cook for the Redlegs. Barrels it out, just tries to bide himself some time. Bulmer at ground level on the wing. The game's heating up now. 29 minutes have gone second quarter. And the siren sounds, well, it was all too little too late. And it was all the Lions. They kicked 6 goals to 2 in that quarter to extend the 3-point margin at quarter time out to a 30-point margin at half time. The Redlegs have got some work to do. Moe will go in full of confidence. After the break, we're going to go through some key stats for a half of football. We might see what's up Boxer's goat, and we'll go from there. Hopefully he's back with us during our halftime break. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical. Fantastic deals, incredible range. Rush in store today.
The freshest way to start the day. Gabby and Dan, the TR Morning Crew.
Linda worked 10 till 7:30, so I
Yeah.
singled out of 5 for 9 hours.
Oh,
Not 10 hours. Oh.
no sympathy.
No, what do you mean?
Well, you decided to have 9 kids.
I didn't decide anything.
Fine.
Oh, sorry, it's 5. Just 5.
5 kids, not 9 kids. You had 5 kids for 9 hours. Wow, I didn't realise.
Don't
Anyway,
reveal my other secret family on the radio, please.
Weekday morning.
Lead moving all 3-3-21. Ballara 3-2-20. Newborough 6-7-43. And Thorpe 1-2-8. Yanar 11-12-78. How was that, Poppy?
You know what? That was as best as I've heard you speak.
Well, third quarter's underway here. Poppy, I'll start things underway. You go have a chat to him off there. As Cowan had his kick smothered. Biffin was the one who smothered it, then kicked it off the ground. Working hard there is Waddell. Trying to get it going his direction. Took on the tackler of Blazer. And over he goes. He can't get through a tank. We've got a boundary throw in through centre wing. As we said, the opening of this third quarter, Braden McCary has spent a lot of time on the bench. He's starting this third quarter on the bench as well. And Morrow's just been dominant in the ruck. White's grabbed that one and Morrow tackled him.
Good little contest, that one there. White's a young fella, fought it out well. Morrow's been good, started off well, as you heard from Paul Carter too. Solid in that second quarter, and still he fights hard, the big man at grand level. He's joined, though, by 4 or 5 people. I won't tell you what it looks like, but it comes from a Dirk Diggler movie. There was 5 or 6 blokes climbing over himself to get hold of that ball. The umpire comes in and says, let me join up. He'll throw it through to Morrow. Morrow, nicely done. Found a teammate in Jenkinson. Jenkinson kicked towards right half forward flank. And being taken with the ball is Waddell. And he was tackled nicely by Wilson. Right half forward flank. And the boys are into attack.
Yeah, Morrow with strength again, got a left hand on it, straight down. Fleming did nicely, gave a handball off to White, who tried to run and crash and take on the tackler. The umpire said no prior opportunity, we'll ball it up. 49 metres out now from Moe's goal. White's and Morrow has been a good contest. Certainly Morrow has the strength advantage, but White does well out there and then taps it outside his defensive 50. Attacking that there was Robinson, who come up from half forward. Wood works hard, and we've got a free kick, and it will go on the way of Bairnsdale. Ricky Catton will be the one to take the free kick at half back.
Let's see if they can't build something up. They need to edge closer to have any chance, and they need to win to have any chance of finals footy later in the year. It's a big ask. But I'll tell you what, we've seen it done before over the journey as the ball spills over the line in front of our TRFM commentary position. Daryl Cooling, Paul Carter,
If I said to you that Bairnsdale had a plethora of people on their bench, would that be the right way to say it?
Yeah, it would be.
Right arm Boxer.
I prefer you here to say a cast of thousands. But, Hines from left half forward flank, inside forward 50. They go, and again, they hold the ball in. Nicely done. But yeah, the use of that word was good, Boxer.
Thanks.
You've opened up the third quarter well. Let's see if we can keep it going for the entire quarter.
Just about done with it, though.
Yeah, well, we've heard it before. and
No
come up with nothing. Cowan comes up with something nicely done. Hands balls off to Corbett. Corbett kicks to the danger area. It's 30 metres out directly in front, but it was thumped out of defence by Moe, and running for the ball now is Waddell, and Waddell goes towards touch. No, it's beaten to it by Greg, who eases the pressure and does it nicely. Farrell now plays on quickly. The big man goes inboard towards Wood. Wood's been good, and he comes grandstand side towards right half, towards flank. The kick fell short. Wykes just got in front of his opponent and took the ball.
Yeah, Cowan then ran away through the middle of the ground. His kick goes inside forward 50. Kieran Vickery's now gone forward for the Bairnsdale. His kick went backwards and Superman type mark. Diving for it was Keenan Hines. And he is a long way out. He's too far out to score, you'd think. He just chips it over the top. Does he find a target? Kieran Vickery is the one. And he certainly does have good hands. And he's hard up on the boundary line. He's this could be a good move, I feel, boys, for Bairnsdale. Vickery, he's had to plug a few holes. He's been back the last few weeks, but I like him as a forward. As Kieran Vickery comes in, he has one. Tough shot, tough angle, puts it on its way. He starts it left and it starts it right, and it stays right for a minor score, Paul Carter.
That's the first score of the third quarter, coming at the 4-minute mark. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale 4-1-25, Moe 8-6-54.
So Bairnsdale with a fairly high press here. All 18 of their players forward of centre here at the Ted Summerton Reserve. They're kicking to the scoreboard end, and they're trailing, as you heard, by just short of 5 goals. On the mark for the Redlegs is McKinnon. Tries to close it down. Play on was the call. It goes towards the centre of the ground. White looked good as he leapt for the ball, but couldn't take it at ground level. It's Bulmer. Gives it off to Cowan. He's taken ball and all. And that's by Cook. Going to be a ball up again. Left half forward flank in front of our commentary position.
Again, front spot is Morrow. Easily taps it down. Fleming was there, fighting for it on all hands and knees. And the umpire will do it again. White just has to really work hard to get that front spot. Gives it up now. He gets it. Did well, the youngster. Tapped it down. Bulmer gave a squeeze to handle out to Hines. His kick comes off the side of the boot. Might work out. Overrunning it was Brian. Kicking it off the ground there was Biffin. Now Blazer will come in. Pick it up clean with one take. And then right foot delivery inside forward 50. Good work there. Back there was Preston. He dropped the mark though. Now he has to work hard. Gum swooped on it, snapped around his body. Nice. An experienced campaigner that he is. Put it straight through the middle to get the first in this third quarter.
2 words, class act. He's too good. He was in that contest, won the battle on the ground, and a great snap at goal. Just his presence around the goals is fantastic. And again, that was a real good setup there by Morrow too. And he gets a little bit of not a lot of rating sometimes in regards to how he does things, but he worked really hard there in the middle of the ground.
That takes Tristan Gum to 3 goals for the match, and Moe's lead out to 35 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions 9-6-60, Bairnsdale 4-1-25.
Well, Morrow won that down, but guess what? His tap went to the opposition ruckman in Wykes, who does the 1-2, gives and gets, and a free kick behind play. Yep. Not sure who actually called that one.
Yeah, it was against Bairnsdale.
Okay, so it's going to go Wood's way. I'm not sure that it was called by the controlling umpire. I think the umpire behind the play goes to half forward where Blazer is. He's been busy. Opening minutes of this third quarter. McKeon now, first player there. Runs, straightens up on that right leg. Got enough time to find his teammate, and it was a nice mark too by Kieran Vickery. Plays on, loops onto the right leg, kicks within 40. Can he find a winner here? Play on was the call, and it was Dennison who tries to scoot around a couple. Can he find a teammate? He can't. But Somerville, I think, was taken high, or was it Robertson? Link. It was Link Robertson who was taken high. He gets a free kick, and from 45 metres on a 45-degree angle, the left footer will need to be at his best to convert and bring them back inside 5 goals again.
Right spot for the left footer.
Well, big moments for Monticello's this afternoon. Here's a big one for Link Robinson as McCary has spent the first 8 minutes of this third quarter on the bench. Just coming on now for Dennison, who did well in that passage of play. A slow and steady approach. one foot after the other. Now he kicks from 49, and the breeze just takes it away from the right to the left. And on your McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Australia's most popular barista-made coffee, only at McCafe.
Bairnsdale now 4-2-26. They are trailing Moe by 34 points. The Lions 9-6-60.
And the Lions go towards the outer side of the ground where they're found. Is it Ben Meslin? Haven't called his name that many times today, have we?
A couple of times. Not too many.
Okay, Meslin, defensive 50 along the line towards the outer side. Kick more in hope than anything else. Couldn't find the big man. And a punch over the back by Liam Gio finds the boundary line again. So Moe have managed to put some pressure on in 15 or 20 minutes of footy and open this game right up. For those joining us, Boxer is here.
Won't be for very much longer. If you keep going the way you're going.
All talk, no action you are. 8 minutes gone, third quarter. It's been all Moe. We're out to 34 points, but we've got a stoppage here at half forward, and it's a free kick going in the way of Bairnsdale. Robinson is the one. Drives it inside forward 50 with a wobbly. It is a monster. Over the back, kicked off the ground. Was it Vickery? I think it might be. He's got his second of the afternoon, and that's a great little opportunistic goal for Kieran Vickery.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oh, for God's sake. I'm serious. We've got to get someone who knows something about footy here. You're an expert comments man. You're not here as a supporter. What a great goal. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Tell us about the build-up. Get excited.
We've made it to the 9-minute mark of the third quarter somehow. And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, that goal takes Bairnsdale to 5-2-32. They trail now by 28 points on Moe, who are 9-6-60.
Well, I can only put up with so much.
What are you doing?
Taking up.
No, you're not. Ball back in the middle. You're still going to see this out. We've got a quarter and a bit to go. Is that the spark that the Redlegs need? Back to 28 points now. They need to get a couple in a row. They haven't kicked 2 goals in a row all game. No, we have certainly kicked some good clumps. Morrow tapped it down. Blazer in there to fresh area. Grady Cox was there. So was White. To get a handle out to Wyatt. He got tackled immediately, and the umpire said, "My ball."
I'm having a bad day, Scud, so I think I might just call it quits for today.
Oh, toughen up. The game gets tough. You don't throw it in.
See us next week.
Come on, Boxer. What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't. What are you doing? You can't just. You can't just walk.
Okay.
What are you going to go?
Oh, little precious baby.
Well, I think I'll call it a day.
Oh. You just haven't been the same today. He's walking out of the box. The box is out of the box. You going, Box? He's off. Well, let's see. Looks like we're doing comments as well. Well, centre half forward. We'll update you at 3/4 time. We're not sure if he's gone to the loo or done a runner. We'll be hearing more of that, I'm sure. Anyway, the ball left half forward flank. Bairnsdale with the ball. Over the top it goes. Nicely done. And it's McCarry. Dances around one. A kick from 55 to within inches of the square. A one-handed attempt for goal. And I reckon he may have kicked it off the ground, the big fella. Has he? The umpire says, yes, indeed he did. A goal by East is a beauty. The big man showed the agility of a gymnast to get that one through. And it was a cracking goal.
And all of a sudden, Boxer left the commentary box and the game has sparked up.
You're not wrong. The Redlegs kryptonite in Boxer is gone. And they're up and about.
Ethan East with a great goal. The first time that they've kicked 2 goals in a row, the Redlegs.
And that's East's third goal for the match, and brings that margin back to 22 points in Moe's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 9-6-60, Bairnsdale 6-2-38.
Well, back to the middle we go. White tapped it straight down. Dennison now has his turn in the middle. White's is working hard in the middle. And just repeating, Boxer has cracked it. He's cracked the Scheisenhausens. He's thrown down his mic. He's left everything here and on. We'll get a photo for you. We'll put that up on social media on our Facebook page. And, well, we honestly think he's not coming back. As Morrow tapped it to himself. Now Dennison works hard. Got a little boot to ball. Not 15, the umpire said. Play on to Jenkinson. Handball back to Bifford. Kicks it out wide. He's going to miss the target. Cook was there, the youngster. Can't gather it. And a big tackle behind from Tatnall. Didn't drive him into the ground, they said. Play on. And now we'll have a ball up right in front of the Moe coaching staff. And we have a 22-point margin. There is a glimmer of hope for the Redlegs now, Paul.
That certainly is. That's knocked off a couple of goals worth this quarter.
Well, not wrong. Blazer with the ball now. Picks it up behind play. We've got a wrestle going on. Keep an eye on that. as the plays at left half forward, nicely done. Robertson around the corner, threatens the defensive 50. Nicely done by Greg. He's been solid for most of the day, and he spreads the ball towards the outer side, but an unfavourable bounce opens the door for East, who gives a handball looking for McGarry. They're going to be beaten by the boundary, yes, indeed. They're inside their forward 50. They're probably just one more goal from believing they can turn this game around, the Redlegs. They were showing signs of dropping their bundle, but to their credit, they've gritted their teeth instead and started to fight this one all the way through.
Boys, I've just noticed Boxer at the Troy Makepeace pewter statue at the gate. He's having a word to it. He's having a chat to Troy. I'm not sure he realises it's a statue.
No, he wasn't. He hasn't been his normal self today, though. I've got to say.
He's actually just hopping in his car. That's him leaving now.
Because I did notice, and I didn't want to say, but I did notice he had his T-shirt on back to front as well. He just hasn't had a great day.
Well, I tell you, Bairnsdale are making a little bit of a run for it, and ever since Boxer left the box. Keenan Hines will be the one to have a shot on goal. They've got the last two. They've got the margin back to 22 points. He kicks it to a hot spot. East is the target again. Shoves his player out the way. They said play on. Back there was Blazer. Sold some candy and then hits the target. Nicely done. Lovely kick. Found Jaden Van Dyke. He can chip it over the top. Dangerous kick. Brian came. Spoiled it. Quickly gets boot the ball. That kick was smothered. Now Cowan has to work. Tries to get his way out. Left foot kick. How does that come off? It lands in the hands of Dennison. He's too far out to score. The man on the mark's right on 50. Kicks to the shallow pocket. Over the top of Vickery's head. Marked by Darnell Grech.
He's been good in the last line of defence. Right, back pocket. Grech sums up his options. He wants to transition to the other side of the ground, so he runs in a 45-degree angle and kicks 55 with a pinpoint perfect kick that he's dropped, unfortunately, by Ainsworth. It opens up the door for Bairnsdale to attack again. They're applying plenty of pressure. As we said, they're only a goal off, causing some real concern as Coxedge goes towards the corridor. Nicely done by Wilson. Feeds it off and off they go again. Moe through Ainsworth, who followed that ball up nicely. Kick to White, and White, if you don't mind, pirouetted in mid-air, grabbed the mark, played on quickly, and with that left leg from 55, just offline, minor score.
23-point margin in Moe's favour, 15 minutes into the third quarter, 9-7-61 Lions, 6-2-38 Bairnsdale.
Got a quick around the grounds check for you, since we have to do everything these days, Poppy, for Harvey Norman Furniture. And at Leongatha, they're 7-7. They lead the Tigers 6-2. So tightening up over there at Leongatha. The Tigers are coming.
They are indeed, and so are Bairnsdale, because right in front of our TRFN commentary position, the ball through Vickery goes towards McGarry. He again dances right, left, stays right, kick to the corridor. There's only one player there. He's aiming for its seat. He overrun it. Can they get a quick kick off the ground by Gio? They can't. And Moe now under pressure. It was all line second quarter.
Well done.
It's all Redlegs third quarter. 15, 16 minutes gone, and here they go again. Robertson, don't Tommy his left leg. No, across the face of goal and out of play. They're in front, the home side, by 23 points, 16 minutes gone, third quarter.
I did say that was 15-minute mark. It's now 18 minutes gone. The Tigers now lead. It's Morwell 8-2 to 7-7 Leongatha. So we'll keep you up to date with those scores. Some cracking games of football happening in round 14 this afternoon, and a big score. That's going to be a free kick. That's gone through just for a point. Now, Farrell, if he had knocked that out of bounds on the full, it would have been a free kick to Bairnsdale. McCary's asking for deliberate too. Paul Carter.
6-3-39.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, Paul, because he has been spilt and a quick kick off the ground by McCary as Lyons brought the ball back into play, opened up the door, but it's been picked up by Cook and the pressure release. Sorry, Paul Carter.
It's a 22-point lead to Moe. They're 9-7-61 to 6-3-39. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. We've played 17 minutes into the third quarter.
They're getting daring now, are the Redlegs. Waddell squared it across the middle of the ground and found Keenan Hines. He's right in the middle of the centre square. He goes to the far side. McCary's a target. Maslin's going to spoil. Play on. Over the back it comes. Vickery is there. Handballs backwards. Now it gets to White. He goes with the banana. He's kept this skinny. And it's another minor score. Inside 50s are building now.
It's 10 to Bairnsdale, 3 to Moe this quarter. 6-4-40 Bairnsdale, 9-7, 61 Moe.
Well, I
Just
tell you what,
a bit of reward for effort, and they're not getting it at the moment, Poppy.
No, you're not. You're right. A little bit low, like Moe in that second quarter. They're just struggling to get it past centre of the ground. Going short was Breganello, who again goes short. Yeah, Robertson was trying to close it down, but he couldn't get in front of Scott Van Dyke. They're still in defensive 50, grandstand side. Van Dyke with the ball in front of the scoreboard. He kicks along the boundary. That's a risky kick. It's 50-50 at best. Having a jump at it but not taking the mark, unfortunately for Moe, was Fleming. At ground level, he butters up. He smacked it with the left hand, volleyball-like. It landed in the arms of Dugan, whose kick towards White may have paid off. He too slammed it down like a spike in volleyball. Found a teammate. Nicely done in Prestige. His kick wasn't great, and although it burst through 50, it bounced over the boundary, and there'll be a throw-in 40 metres from Moe's goal.
Yeah, good little passage of play. So for the first 18 minutes of this third quarter, it's been all the red legs. They're narrowing the margin, but now here's the chance for Moe. Picked up out of the ruck by Spencer White, took it a tackle, got boot to ball. It's play on, said the umpire. Tommy Long was back there. Follow that was Blazer, and he puts it through. An absolute cracking goal. James Blazer, something out of nothing, and all of a sudden they just relieved the pressure a little bit.
And Blazers' goal takes Moe's lead out to 27 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They're 10-7, 67, Bairnsdale 6-4-40.
That moment of pause was normally for Boxer to come in with his special comments.
Yeah, and I mean,
He's not here.
No, and even though they're not normally relevant and they're not normally accurate, you do miss them when they're not here. Do you know what I mean?
Where's he gone?
I've got no idea. Look, you can see here he's eating an apple, he's eating an orange, he's drinking a litre of water. He made a couple of comments and said, no, I'm only working till half-time these days.
Oh, Biffin through the stoppage, got it out wide. Dugan will take the chest mark. He's got Wood over the top if he wants to go by hand or foot. He went by foot. He probably should have gone quicker by hand. Kept his feet, though, did Wood. Now he got bowled over by Cowan. Helping out there was Wilson. Handballs backwards to Biffin again. They can't handle this one. And we'll have another boundary throw in. Coach Sim barks his orders to his teammates to lift in the last 5 minutes of play of this third quarter.
So Bairnsdale, as we said, they've had a lot of the running, but they haven't been able to bridge that gap in the last 5 minutes, which currently sits at 27 points. We said they have to be closer at three-quarter time. They're closer, but probably still just one major away from being dangerous.
They've won this quarter by 3 points so far, despite all the attacking they've had.
Yeah, so they need a little bit more, don't they? So the ball will be thrown back in. We're just short of centre, grandstand side. Dozen players around the ball. And White, so he waited for it over the top, and his second effort got a tap down, and off they go, Bairnsdale. They go towards the left half-forward flank. The race is on. Moe lead that race. They go for touch. And it's a big guy again. He's been pretty good too. He's been serviceable in Dennison. His right foot kick was perfect, and he finds his teammate in Tatnall. Tatnall needs a winner right here. He's got his lead in the right position. Coming off with Robertson.
Free kick.
A free kick behind play for over the shoulder, and it will go to the forward in Ethan East, who's kicked 3 goals today, and he's filling the pinch.
Yeah, he's got
after that. It could be a calf, is it, or is it a left ankle?
I'm sure if Boxer was here, he'd tell us it'll be his left shoulder.
Yep.
But it is a foot injury. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, we did hear that he may miss the season with what we thought is a knee. And he's really poppy. He's going to have to take his kick, and that's where you just play the percentages and say, I can't take the kick.
He should have handballed it over,
surely. Someone else, but minor score, Paul Carter.
6-5-41 the Bairnsdale score now. 26 points in arrears of Moe. 10-7, 67. And all that on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, coming up to the 22-minute mark of the third quarter.
So a handful of minutes for Bairnsdale to have more of an impact on what they've got at the moment. Greg's long kick towards the right half back flank. Falls in the arms of Farrell, who goes inboard to Cook, and he gets around her opponent. He can't. It was a nice tackle by McKean, who butters up, but still they have the ball. Farrell, nice along the line to Dugan, taken high, and he doesn't like the attention he's got. It should be surely a free kick to Bairnsdale, surely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way it is. Dugan was frustrated, and I tell you what, that's a 50-metre penalty too. I don't reckon he meant it, the young bloke. I don't reckon Wilson meant to not give it back as well as he could have, but nevertheless, the 50-metre penalty will be paid.
Well, they're full of run. It's Giovi is the one, and he drives it inside forward 50. Dennison's the target in front. Strong mark, Darnell Grech. He's been a pillar of strength this afternoon for the Lions, and Ethan East departs into the change rooms to get that injury looked at as Grech switches play. Hayden Prestige is the one. Marks on the wing. Drives it to half forward. Tommy Long presents. Gets around quickly. Wheels and goes. Right foot driving kick. Over the back. It's going to get there. Reading it nicely is the big fella down there for the Lions. Taking a strong mark. And it's Gum again. He's got 3 this afternoon. And he's going to go back to kick his 4th.
This is just their 5th inside 50 for the quarter. Bairnsdale have had 12 for the quarter.
Well, at the moment, the difference just a few points, but nice build-up there by Moe to put Gum in the position to get his, what is it of the day? I reckon he's had a few already.
He's got 3, and now he's got, no, it's a minor score, and Gum can't believe it. He is pleading that went through, but the umpire said it did hit the upright. And a McCafe scoreboard, only at McDonald's, of course.
It's a 27-point lead to Moe, 10-8, 68 to 6-5, 41.
Hamilton goes towards the outer side of the ground, back of the pack. Can they get a winner? They can, and off they go.
Oh, they got one
Robertson. They've got a couple players on. Robertson lost a handle on it. He taps it to his advantage.
Oh.
It won't bounce back up to him. Now it does, but it's on his wrong side for a left footer. And the kick went searching, but could not find a teammate. And Grech was the player that thumped the ball through for another minor score, Paul Carter.
6-6-42 is the Bairnsdale score. They've hit 2 goals, 6 this quarter. They're trailing by 26 points. Moe a 10-8, 68. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Darnell Grech again, and that's a strong mark out in the far side. And that looks to be Reese. He took the mark and then kicked it out wide. Found Ainsworth. Prestige is on his own in the forward 50. They can just get in there. Gum. Well, he took the mark to be paid, and they can't play the advantage, unfortunately. Tommy Long tried to. He's trying to get it into Prestige, who's on his own. And in the end, it comes back to Gum. He went square to Blazer. And now they've all manned up inside their forward 50. But Blazer chips it out wide. Found a teammate out there in Pearce, who drives it inside 50. Farrell, the big fella, nearly marked. Then he kicked it off the ground while he's on his back. Ball comes back out to the Pearce direction. He handles inboard to Blazer. Blazer's kick goes back inside forward 50 again. Long will fly. 1 bite, 2 bite, can't get it. Quick kick out of defensive 50 there was from Preston, who came inboard to McKinnon. Now he's found, that was McKinnon into McKeon, who takes a mark in his defensive 50. Poppy?
So they're under a bit more pressure now. Moe have lifted the tempo. But at this stage, Bairnsdale are standing firm. They are winning this quarter by the figure of less than a goal. In fact, it's 4 points. Paul Carter shows 4 fingers. I'm sure that means 4 points. He did have 2 hands up to show me 4 points, which is interesting. 25 and a half minutes gone of this third quarter, as Scud has told us, and the margin at the moment is 26 points. Moe standing tall. They're responding well, as good sides do. They can't bust through that pack of players on the outer side. Now they do, and they've got some room to wiggle. They do it well. The lead's on out the back too easily. Just too easy. Tommy Long at the back of the pack. In fact, it's Biffin, is it? Biffin was the kicker who found Long, and Long himself's been pretty good for most of this day. He's only got the 1 goal, but boys, he's got the chance to make an all-important impact here, because it means that Moe, even though they've had less of the play, will have had more of the scoreboard, and a goal that should have been kicked. Unfortunately for the Lions, it's been missed again, Paul Carter.
27-point lead to Moe. We're coming up to the 27-minute mark of the third quarter. 10-9, 69. The Bairnsdale 6-6-42. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Hamilton drives a wobbly torpedo out. It falls in the hands of Reese, who unloads from 50 with the equally scrubbing sort of torpedo drop punt type of kick. Now they win it. Long will kick around the body in the goal square. Will mark it back there. Gum. Now he's got 4 for the afternoon, and all of a sudden, Moe are going to win the quarter. Can you believe it? No, Boxer, we can't.
A great build-up, though, by Moe at the moment for a fair part of this third quarter. In fact, probably for the 20 of the 27 minutes. They have been under pressure, but they've just balanced themselves up, regained their composure, and they're now showing on the scoreboard that they're a better side today than Bairnsdale.
Leading by 33 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 27 minutes gone.
So Cook flies high, Morrow reads it better. He takes the ball, handballs it off to his teammate in Wood, who kicks it within 20. And I tell you what, Gum, who's kicked 4, has got the chance to make it a handful with his 5th goal. He's 30 metres out on the slightest of angles. It might be 45, but it's of no concern. A player in form, and he is, should make the most of this. And he just pushes it to the left, unfortunately. So there's not too many times in his career he would have kicked 5 plus. He had the chance there. And that one went begging, Paul.
They go down by 34 points on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Murray 11-10-76, Bairnsdale 6-6-42.
Hamilton, this one, drop punt was a little bit better. 2 hands up, nicely marked out the far side. Here's Radford. He just chips it over the top. Found a teammate there in Cook. He's outside there, defensive 50 for the Redlegs. His kick goes over the top to tackle. Just a little bit of knee up for protection. He can come in board to Hines if he wants him. Decides not to. We've travelled 8.5 minutes, Moe. We've responded really nicely. Kick goes down the line. The target there was Vickery. He couldn't mark it. Tried to work hard and pushing his opponent off the ball there was Bryant. We'll have another boundary throw-in. On the far side, just repeating, we've had a bit of an incident in the box. As in Nick Lucchino has departed. He's left us lurch. We no longer have a special comments man. We apologise for his poor behaviour this afternoon. We'll be having a chat to senior management during the week, Poppy.
Well, yeah, we will. I'm not sure what... I mean, he has showed signs of... I'm not sure what, but he just hasn't been mentally there in the last few weeks, and he's a lovely bloke. But obviously there's some issues. I'm not sure whether Mrs. Boxer is putting a bit more pressure on than she should, but certainly it's an issue that they're going to have to address.
Well, they go forward, the Redlegs. We'll push on the best we can. Nice kick there. Found Dennison at half forward. Quick play on. Goes in the way of Robinson. He gives it back to Dennison. Goes back now to Bryan. Has a flying shot at goal. Vickery was in the goal square. He left it through. And in the end, Bryan gets the goal for the Redlegs at the 29.5-minute mark, Poppy.
Yeah, really nice build-up there. They are refusing to throw in the towel, aren't they, boys, as we close in on three-quarter time. But that was a nice piece of play by the Redlegs just on the three-quarter time siren, is it? No, not just yet.
Quite, no.
Where the way the players were coming towards the boundary, I thought maybe it was, but it's simply for the recommencement of play, Paul Carter.
7-6-48 Bairnsdale, 11-10-76, a 28-point differential between the two on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So back to the middle. Cook will do the ruck duties up against Farrell. Farrell easily tapped that one down. Ground level working hard was Fleming. And we'll have another stoppage. 30 minutes gone. Long quarter, Paul.
Yeah, the other two were 29 and 29.5, so this is the longest one of the lot so far.
All right, I'm not sure if it's got anything to do with Boxer leaving us, but it certainly is a longer quarter, and I know that TR look after their staff, so an intervention is required where we can still sit around and show our support for Boxer if that's what he needs. I mean, that will happen.
Well, maybe if someone's out there and they want to join us in the last quarter for special comments, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Just make your way up to the commentary box. We'll get you in.
And the funny thing is that when you get the opportunity, it'll probably showcase as the three-quarter time siren goes, it'll probably showcase the sort of improvement that Boxer probably needs. Yeah. I mean, even if you've never seen a game of football before and you want to do comments, we would appreciate it.
Well, it is three-quarter time, and as we said, the margin, well, at least Bairnsdale won it. They won it by 2 points. They narrowed it from 30 points at half-time. It's now 28 points at three-quarter time. Moe responded really nicely. 3 goals each in that quarter. Moe lead at 11-10-76. Bairnsdale is 7-6-48. We'll find out where Boxer's gone and if he is ever going to come back. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM, all for Harvey Norman Electrical. Fantastic deals, incredible range. Rush in store today.
Accept calls. He sent text back. I won't tell you the contents of that text, only to say the second word was off. And we don't expect to hear from him again this afternoon.
That was I'm off.
Yeah, that's right, something like that.
Well, also who is off is Ethan East for the Bairnsdale side. He's obviously concerning around that leg injury. He won't. Doesn't look like he'll play much in this last quarter, but it is underway. From the middle is Sean White. His kick goes straight up and down the air. Vickery's out there. He kept his feet. Lachlan Reese, it was Maslin, who just slipped over the crucial stage. Vickery drives it into Dennison. Gets over the back. Cowan was there. Can't pick it up. Van Dyke grabbed it. Now he's going.
He's gone.
He's hatching it. And holding the ball decision, and Russell Cowan directly in front.
I'll put the goal down. I'll put it down.
Russell Cowan, left foot, put it straight through the middle, you think, Pop?
Oh, he's usually a good finisher, isn't he?
Well,
Nice little leg.
He is in field kicking for goals, does different things with your head.
Yeah.
42 seconds into this final quarter. This is a big, important moment for Russell Cowan. It is thanks to Monticello's. Jack Daniels, 700 mil at 70 at 39. He puts it. Snuck it just through the middle. And I tell you what, it's the start that the Redlegs wanted, but it is still the Lions, Paul.
Certainly is the Lions. They're leading by 22 points. We're only 1 minute into the final quarter. And the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard has Bairnsdale now up to 8-6-54. Ben and Moe 11-10-76.
So that control that they had for most of the third quarter has sort of spilt over to the early minute of this fourth quarter. But one's not enough. They need to back it up with a few to really get the juices flowing in the belief that they can do it. Ball thrown up. Wykes jumps high. Morrow jumped higher, got hands to the ball. Nicely done by Wood. Gives to Blazer. Blazer gives ground. Finds his teammate in Van Dyke. Kicks to centre half forward. Off the back of the pack. White, his kick was smothered. He has 4. White has 1. And he fights hard and gets taken high. And he's not happy about it, White, either, I can tell you that. But he'll get up with the ball. Even though he's 70 metres from home, he gets up, kicks long. Oh, nice leg, 65 metres to within a handball of his own goals. And I'm talking about 5 metres. Farrell threads one through. Now Wood can seal the deal and goes bang through the goals and hit the scoreboard. I mean, the ball hit the scoreboard. And the goal is very damaging for Bairnsdale because they now opens up the lead once more.
Yeah, a great little handball by Tommy Long. He was in traffic, and it was a perfect releasing handball to Jacob Wood, who had the open shot on goal. Good finish.
And that certainly takes the wind out of Bairnsdale sails. They would have been really buoyed by that first goal of the quarter. 12-10-82, Moe 8-6-54, Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, 2 minutes played in the second quarter, last quarter.
So Wykes and Morrow again tapped it straight down. His groundwork's been good this afternoon, Morrow. White was handball backwards to McKean. He took on one too many. Umpire said play on. Hines had it. Sweeping handball back. Found Somerville. His kick goes close to the line with a boundary throw in. Couldn't quite find Cowan, and we'll have a boundary throw in right on the centre wing. 3 minutes into this final quarter. Just repeating. And Nick Lacino is walking home back to Morwell this afternoon, we believe. You see him on the highway. Don't stop. Keep driving.
He'll have nothing to say anyway. Of any note if he jumps in your car. The ball is back into play. And speaking about jumping, 3 or 4 players jumped on that ball, and the umpire will now take control. It'll be Morrow up against young Wykes. This time Wykes got the left hand down to it. Nicely done. Cowan flumps it forward, gains 20 metres and finds the boundary line. So they start to threaten forward 50 again, but they'll have to fight hard after this ball is thrown back in. Right half forward flank, grandstand side.
A couple around the ground checks for you for Harvey Norman. Sale at 11.975 and leading Drew in 3.220. And in South Gippsland's a thriller. The Tigers are 8.351, leading Leongatha 7.850 by a point. That game is a little bit ahead of schedule, so we'll try and get some live scores for you in that particular game. Poppy, free kick here.
Yeah, it is too, and it's going to go Moe's way again. In fact, Bairnsdale's way, I'm sorry, of course, through Joshua Wykes. He's just been told to come back behind the mark, and he does that. So Wykes from right half forward flank, kicks towards the pocket. Not sure it's the best option. White got front position, didn't take the ball. Still finding it hard to get into the groove, but he's got everything there. You can see that, and he's working hard when he hasn't got the ball as well. So a minor score, Paul Carter, to Bairnsdale.
And they go on to 8-7-55, 27 points in arrears of Moe, who are 12-10-82. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, 4.5 minutes played last quarter.
Spencer White's gone down back. His kick inboard was a dangerous one. The play on was called by the umpire, so Brian gave it back to there's Somerville. His kick was partially smothered, but there's White again, crashing his way through, runs the defensive 50. He's a beautiful kick of the football, great action, gets towards Prestige. He just took a little bit too much time. His kick was smothered. Great work by Preston. Now he's in a bit of strife. He's got 3 Lions to beat, and he can't do so. Prestige wins it, kicks it in towards Farrell. Can't mark it. Front spot.
Bairnsdale needs some support. Great tackle again by Farrell. Giovi was the one that tried to crash his way through. Now Bulmer does. He's got some young, fresh legs. Wins it. Kicks it to centre half forward. And it's going to get over the back. Vickery was there. Pushing his way through, though, was Reese. Handball from Darnell Grech in the middle of the ground tomorrow. He gave it backwards to Braganolo. He can go over the top now to Van Dyke. Now it's in the hands of Coxedge to Blazer. They're at centre half forward, the Lions. Lateral kick out wide to Jenkinson, who can mark. And as he goes to ground, he just wants to slow things down.
Yeah, and fair enough too. They're in control, but this is all about practice for much bigger fish to fry in a few weeks' time, and that is too easy. He settled down beautifully, did Jenkinson. Wood, who kicked the last, has got a chance to get his second for the day, and he's second within a few minutes. As he marks from 40 metres out, he'll kick on a 45-degree, maybe not even that sort of angle. It's pretty much bread and butter for a bloke of this standard. So Wood, Jacob Wood, walks in. He's got a bit of height in that kick, and it just pushes to the right, so not his best leg. Another minor score, not what he was after.
Murray 12-11-83 on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard. The three-quarter margin of 28 points maintained, 8-7-55 Bairnsdale.
So the ball back into play now, and it didn't get outside their defensive 50. That's Bairnsdale. It was thumped over the line.
Got a quick one for you, Poppy. Leongatha back in front, 9-11. Morwell 9 goals 4.
All right, nothing in that one. We'll update you as the afternoon unfolds. Blazer, standing start. Kick for goal. Yep. Yes, sirree. Gets his second of the day. Both in this second half, and that's it. The margin now scoots back out to better than 30 points.
It is 34 points at the 7-minute mark in the final quarter. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, Moe 13-11-89, Bairnsdale 8-7-55.
You just get the sense that no matter what Bairnsdale throw at him, Moe have certainly had the answers all afternoon, and
yeah,
I think it will certainly put a smile on a lot of Moe faithful. They might just have the side this year to take them all the way. They haven't done so for many, many years, and this side just could be the one. They've got a little bit of work to do just yet, but they're fighting for that top spot. They're certainly going to finish top 3, and they might even want the week off. There's Keenan Hines, the half-back, delivers nicely down the line and found Link Robertson on the wing area. Presenting there was Cook at centre half forward, kicks it over his head. Vickery's going to fly 3 deep and get up, didn't quite give a hand on it. Dennison was there, gets around 2 or 3. Right foot boot, hot spot it goes, 3-on-1. Moe will win this. And Darnell Grech, nearly the best on ground this afternoon for Gippsland Isuzu Ute, relieves the pressure and got it to Grady Coxedge.
Yeah, so Coxedge runs down the corridor where we can see a teammate all by his lonesome. Ainsworth at his right leg went searching for, couldn't find Prestige, cut off nicely, and Hines will get on the end of it from defensive 50. He looks up forward, just needs to chip it over the top, and he does that too, and he does it through to Link Robertson. With that left leg, comes along the line. He find a winner here. Geez, a good attempt to mark by Tattnell. He couldn't hold the ball, and it was held ball and all before the umpire comes in right half forward flank. Bairnsdale into attack, trailing by 34 points.
Paul Carter, any key stats in this quarter? Moe certainly starting to get a bit on top again.
They are. Ben Morrow really winning the ruck work, and that's giving Moe the first use of the ball.
Yeah, he got another tap out. Brian was there, though, to pick it off. Now Robertson nearly ran into the umpire there. Goes to ground, took on the tackler. That's on the footy, you'd think. Jaden Van Dyke got him. And nearly a 50-metre penalty. Jaden Van Dyke. You know what you're going to get each and every week with Jaden. As he has it on his half-back flank. 9 minutes gone. It is a margin of 34 points in favour of Moe here. There's a close one happening over in Leongatha. We'll keep you up to date with those scores as they progress.
We'll update you on Traralgon shortly as well. They're at Wonthaggi at half-time. The Maroons trailed by 16 points. Warragul were trailing Maffra by 13 points. So there's a couple that will have an impact on just what unfolds in the next half a dozen of weeks.
I can let you know Wonthaggi will get a 7-8-50 score at three-quarter time. Traralgon to 4-12-36. And the other game, Maffra 9-10-64, getting on top of Warragul 6-6-42. And Leongatha now are just starting to flex their muscle as they lead at 10 goals 11-71.
leading Morwell 9-4-58. That's late in the last quarter there. So again, the Tigers' last quarters haven't been their best.
Ball back in the centre of Ted Summerton Reserve. 10 minutes gone, 13-11. Plays 8-7. The home side leading at the moment. Sitting towards the top of the ladder. The Lions will keep control of that. They've got a tough month or so ahead. Pearce sent it forward. Went back. White took the mark. In the right place at the right time. So White's left-hand side or left half-forward flank. Yeah, nice take, nice mark, I thought, by Tatnall. Play on was the call. He jumped high, didn't hold it. Probably a split second longer was all he needed. Not happy with the decision, but nevertheless, the umpire has the ball, throws it up for Whites and Morrow to contest. Morrow gets the tap, does it nicely. Blazer gets a resultant ball, and on his left leg, kicks 40 metres out. Can he find a winner here? He's outnumbered 2-on-1. In fact, Bairnsdale have done this well. Somerville, left foot kick. I tell you what, didn't look good off the boot, and it finds the boundary line, which was probably a good result given the circumstances.
Poppy, what are your thought of Braden McCary's game today? Obviously,
Pretty
first
good.
game back.
Pretty good.
Looks a bit proppy still,
He does,
doesn't
yeah.
he?
It'll take a little bit of time, but he's out there and getting some field time, so he'll improve. Like a racehorse, they improve in that first up effort every so often, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They certainly do. We've got a boundary throw in. Farrell's got the front spot, taps it nicely done to White, who becomes a rover these days. Trying to don't argue, try to backpedal through a tackle as well. Lost the football. Over the back, McKeon. Gave it in board. White was there, so's McKinnon. Trying to work hard at ground level are the red legs, but it's all of the Lions. Fleming stood up in that tackle. Released the handle across to Blazer. And here's a flying shot. He's got two! And that one he's kept skinny.
No, geez, I thought he had it too.
Yep, Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard this afternoon.
13-12 Norrie Moe, 8-7-55 Bairnsdale.
Hamilton played onto himself and then short and gave it up to Long, who can chip it over the top and find. He does. Teammate in board. Guess what? It's Christian Gum. He's got 4 goals this afternoon.
He'll kick
This will go
5.
back.
I'm going to put this down.
There's a bit of a dust up. Blazers in there as well. Centre half forward. Fleming comes out to help out the old veteran. Brett Waddell's not happy with it. But Gum is the story of the day. He's got 4 and we've put a buzz on him.
I'm just going to put this cross out now again.
He's pushed it to the far side. Another minor one.
13-13 91 margin now 6 straight goals and Bairnsdale 8-7-55. That's Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard.
And Gum himself should have 6 goals. He's got 4 and missed 2 quite gettable goals. The ball comes back into play. Nicely done. Fighting hard at ground level. Leading the way was Jenkinson. Now it's Bairnsdale. They went looking for Whites. It's been stolen though by Van Dyke. Kicks to within 20 metres. Roving it nicely. No, I thought he just about got there with Prestige. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Coming through nicely. Ball and all, and earning the free kick on the way through was Ainsworth, who will certainly put through another goal for the Lions. Surely.
Well, he is directly in front.
And Poppy the Murray Social Club have asked you not to mark this one, please.
Yeah, that's right, exactly right.
He wastes no time. He is directly in front, and that's it. Poppy didn't mark it down, and Ainsworth puts it through. Just about, well, that is. It's the sealer a couple of goals ago. But they've got 3 in a row again, have the Lions, and now get out to, are we up to a game high, Paul?
42 points,
Yep.
game high, and Peter Ainsworth's goal takes Murray to 14-13, 97 on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard. Bairnsdale 8-7-55.
I reckon this is about a fair reflection of the difference between second on the ladder and 6th on the ladder.
Yep.
You know, as we start to get closer to the business end of the year, you start to see the cream rise to the top. And a little bit like the game, this has been a little bit like their season. They just slowly work their opponents through.
Does that work the same as commentators?
Yeah, as you see, as it gets close to finals time, your good will stand up
And stay?
and tough it out, even if the going gets tough, and others will walk away. Throw the skirt above their head, throw down the pen and the biro, leave a mess of oranges and apples and bottles. I'm not going to mention the bloke's name, but it is Boxer, who's had a tantrum and walked out of the commentary box. He's texted us to say he just doesn't want to be involved anymore. We'll give you more information next Saturday. We'll see. We'll just see. A week's a long time. We know that.
And he is fickle.
And very. So we'll see how he feels.
But the Lions try to repel this forward thrust from Bairnsdale. They get it to the wing area where Ainsworth is there. So is Waddell, who was in a bit of a scuffle with a couple of the Lions players a couple of moments ago. They go at him hard. Now swooping on the football. Nicely done out there was Gum. He gave a handball in board to Pearce. His kick nicely done to Morrow. Morrow's impressive. We're not taking his stats, are we, Paul? But he's been fantastic today. He squares it up to Van Dijk. That's Jaden. Now he gets out wide to Maslin, who's got an open paddock. Right foot kick goes down the line, and Spencer White comes out. Nearly had a good piece of that. Put a tackle on the ground on Hamilton Midwell. Out the back it goes. Preston sold some candy, got around Blazer. Now McKinnon has it. That's McKeon, I should say. And it goes towards Russell Cowan. Half-back flank.
Yeah, he took the ball out in front beautifully. The kick was equally as good, but guess what? Dropping the mark that he should have taken was young Cook. He's got enough time, though, to have a second chance at it, and he kicks the ball to within 50. Well, out-positioned on that occasion was McCary. He gave it up when probably he shouldn't, because he still had an opportunity to work hard and get hold of that ball. He didn't. And so now, an opportunity for him will come back through Wyatt.
Kicks into the McCary direction, and he goes up and takes the marks on the second bite. He's moving well, isn't he? It's just probably at that aerobic fitness that he hasn't quite got as he sucks in the deep breath now. But certainly that explosiveness that we know of Braden McCary coming back from the long-term injury is still there, which is a good sign with that foot injury that he's had. And he goes back and he'll look to get his first goal of the afternoon. 16 and a half minutes have gone. It is all Moe, though. They lead by 42 points. McCary can get one back in his return game, and he's kept that one skinny, trying to get a little bit extra distance, hooked it, and it's gone for a minor score.
At 8.56 is the Bairnsdale score on the Turnbull Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 14-13-97. Coming up to the 17-minute mark of this final quarter.
So they bring the ball grandstand side. They go short. They weave their way through the defensive set-up of Bairnsdale. They give ground now, but keep possession. Towards the outer side they go, where Greg has the ball. In fact, it's not Greg, but they go towards the outer side of the ground. Nice leg too it is. Pearce was the player they were after. A 50-50 contest. No, a mark will be paid by the umpire to Pearce, and rightly so. From right half-back flank along the line towards, he'll threaten half-forward flank. Flying high was Farrell. Couldn't take that mark, and hasn't had the impact he would normally have, but hasn't had to have that impact because Morrow's been busy. White's been improving. As Bairnsdale now have the ball, they have it through Tatnell. He'll come inboard where Hines has set this up. He'll walk into a goal from 45. He's kicked. He's not bad off the boot. No, it's not good enough. Another minus score, Paul Carter.
Exactly 40 points. They can blow the siren now, and we'll have the margin all sorted. That is a 40-point margin in Moe's favour. 14-13-97. Bairnsdale 8-9-57.
Paul, did you go 40 or 30?
No, he went 35 and raised me 5.
That's it.
Okay, sorry, yep. All right, very good. So right on the money is Paul Carter. As Van Dijk just hold on to the football. I think we've still got a little bit more time left though, Paul. 18-minute mark. Last line of defence there is Darnell Grech. Kicks it out to his defensive 50. Morrow's the target, dropped the mark. Cook was there, got it on the boot quickly. McKinnon gets a handball to Giovi, and then just got swarmed by two Lions. Coughed up the football. Goes back the other way. Handball, Corbett was smothered. Has to go again. That's Corbett. Two Bairnsdale players run into each other. Then Corbett gets ran down from behind, and a holding the ball decision will be paid. And I tell you what, Ben Morrow is just about, well, I think he's the best on ground at the moment for Gippsland Isuzu Ute this afternoon. He's done everything. He's hit out, Paul.
He has had 30 hit-outs now.
30 hit-outs. He's dominated the ruck duel, and he's had some great possessions around the ground as well. His follow-up work at ground level has been fantastic.
And he and Dylan Farrell certainly have done that, shared the load.
Yep. We've got a boundary throw in, 19-minute mark of the final quarter, and the umpire might just do this one again, Poppy.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of boundary throwings, but you have those days, as we know all too well. We've experienced one here today. And to be honest, we're quite concerned about our co-commentator. Like we do have some fun at Boxer's expense, but that's simply because, well, he's easy to have fun with. And he gives us a lot of material, a lot of it he's unaware of. And he'll be sitting in the passenger seat today because I don't think he was in a fit state to drive. Mrs. Boxer will be driving the car. And I've got to tell you, she'd probably be giving him a mouthful.
Yep, and they go forward again to the Lions. Couldn't quite mark it. He stands up.
He's going to get this one.
No, he kicks around the body. Didn't go 15, surely.
The umpire said we'll pay it because Keenan Hines marked it. Comes inboard to Tom Bryan. He can mark. Inside defensive 50. White presented. Cowan presents as well. Decides to ignore those both. And in the end, maybe should have kicked to him. It's a 3-on-1. The boundary line is probably their best result. We'll have a boundary throw in. 20 minutes have gone. And Paul Carter's starting to get a little bit nervous. He's nailed it a couple of times throughout season 2019. He's picked the Lions by 40 points, and they currently lead it by that. 21 minutes have passed. Quick kick by Jacob Wood. Goes inside forward 50. Bradford will win it for the Redlegs to kick it back outside, and going up and marking nicely, Link Robinson.
So Roberts on the left leg goes inside the corridor, needs to find a winner, and he does. Nice leg, 2 finds wide. He kicked one in the second quarter. He won't kick it from here, but he's got runners to the left, and he's got Wykes up ahead. And here we go, the kick by Corbett. Had Wykes all by himself, and he kicked into the man of the mark. So Farrell picks up the resultant turnover, went looking for but couldn't find Wood. And now they've got time. They've got time through Greg. Greg dances around all too easy, really, around his Bairnsdale opponent and kicks 60 metres inside the forward 50, where he's found his teammate in Prestige. One of the few forwards who hasn't got a goal today. He'll kick from 50 at a 45-degree angle, and there's a 50-metre penalty if you do not mind.
He has one.
He has one today. Thank you. I'll put that down right now. And I'll tell you what, I changed seats. I started to sit in Boxer's seat, and guess what? It started to happen.
Wearing off.
Yeah.
Well, Prestige goes right to the goal line. No one's on the mark, so Hayden Prestige just goes bang and gets his second of the afternoon.
Pretty ordinary stuff for
And
Bairnsdale.
Paul Carter is filthy.
15-13, 103. Moe at the 22-minute mark of the last quarter. They are leading by 46 points over Bairnsdale, 8-9-57. That's on the Turnbull Gippsland scoreboard.
Well, 22 minutes have gone, and they are frustrated, the Redlegs. Continue got to play out the game. Druin, of course, losing their game against Sale, but they are holding on to fifth spot on the ladder. I can let you know that a final result in South Gippsland, Leongatha have defeated Borwell 12-18-90 over the top of the Tigers, 9-4-58. So a good last quarter there from Leongatha as Ainsworth and McKinnon go at it in the middle of the ground, and both will get up fairly dirty from those 2 cricket wickets.
When you say in the middle of the ground, you mean in the middle of the ground.
Right, in the ground, that's right.
Umpire Steve Essler decides to bring it out of that quagmire, and Farrell hits it back into the quagmire. Now Blazer had a fresh airy as Cowan's right foot kick is awkward, but it gets towards the forward there of Robinson. Gathers it and Reed put a tackle on him, and then got jumped down and right in front of the coach Lachlan Sim. Did not take a backward step, did Simmy, as gave him a bit of an eyeball stare as he stood up. Ball comes back into play.
Nicely done, Farrell. Ground level. Good. Couldn't thread one through. Foxedge was in there fighting hard as well. The umpire will ball this up. Farrell, you'd expect to win the tap. He does. Nicely done. Went searching for. Couldn't find Jenkins. Had a quick kick off the ground. Coming through nicely was Wilson. Dispossessed of the ball. Foxedge goes back. Farrell dispossessed also. Beautifully done too by Dennison. They keep possession. I'll tell you what, there's going to be a fight behind play. Blazer's had enough, and so's his Bairnsdale opponent. Spencer White comes in to lend a hand. Farrell and Hamilton also in there.
Yep.
I'm not sure that either any of the Moe players should get involved. There's nothing worth for them to fight for anymore. That is Moe. They've got what they want out of this game. And the scoreboard tells the story as the ball now goes towards right half forward flank. Moe continue to focus on the ball. Coming and stealing that ball out of the play was Tatnall. Gives off and off they go. They've got a bit of room to wiggle here, the Redlegs, through Vickery. Vickery on the lead is Wykes. Wykes takes it eventually. 2 or 3 little grabs at it from outside 50. He's going to go long, I reckon. Dennison's calling for it. Now he leads, kicks in that direction. Dennison, takes a good mark in the end. Good work.
Well, he'll go back, and Brett Waddell, he needs a bit of a spell because he's taken on Blazer, and as he was coming off, he tried to take on Spencer White, didn't know what to do, and just ruffled up his man bun and continued to come to the bench. He'll take a breather, and Ethan East is, as we said, not taking any further part in the game. He's got a jacket on.
As Nathan Dennison will come in for the Redlegs to try and get one back, and he puts it on its way, and I think it's got through. Nathan Dennison gets his first of the afternoon, but it's all Moe and Paul Carter. That elusive margin now at the 25-minute mark looks a little bit more ominous for you.
It certainly does. 9-9-63 is the Bairnsdale score on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, trailing Moe by that magic 40 points, 15-13, 103.
So with just a couple of minutes left to play, you would think Bairnsdale need to kick another goal for all of a sudden Poppy to grab that leading margin at 35 points, or get closest to. So I know you boys are excited about Paul Carter. Let's get excited about Poppy. The ball back in the centre. Here we go. Farrell. He's got a fair bit of height, and he taps down. Can he find a teammate? He can't, unfortunately. But now Blazer threads one through. Here we go. Nicely done. Cox edge from the centre of the square. Kicks towards the outer side. Yeah, easily taken by Prestige, who's kicked 2 goals this afternoon, ladies and gents, and will line up from 45 on a 45 to put through his 3rd goal. So one of a few multiple goal kickers for his side. Blazer has 2, and Tristan Gum has 4. Dylan Farrell has 2 also, and Prestige himself has 2, going for his 3rd. Walks in, 45, on a 45, off the boot. Nah, not going to make the distance, and hits the post after being punched by Hamilton, a minor score.
15-14, 104 the Moe score on the Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, leading by 41 points over Bairnsdale, 9-9-63. Almost 27 minutes played in the final term.
So Hamilton brings it in and kicks a barrel straight up the middle of the ground. It's going to go over the back of White's head. Good kick in the end, but it lands in the hands of Maslin. He gets it back inside forward 50, and well, Tyson Biffin marks. He's got Prestige again, and Blazer will be the one. He won the raffle, and he said to his young mate in Prestige, "You had your chance. I'll go back and put mine through." James Blazen says, "No, I'll handball off to White, who will kick from 49 and miss." So another minor score, Paul.
42-point margin, 15-15, 105 Moe and Bairnsdale, 9-9-63. Turnbull's Gippsland scoreboard, now 27 and a half minutes played.
So we're sort of going through the motions here with a 42-point margin in favour of Moe, and the closing minute or 2, and after this game we'll update you on the results around Gippsland Latrobe, North Gippsland and Mid Gippsland. Spencer White, nicely, the big left footer, takes the ball, handballs off, and off they go through Biffin. Biffin, short. Can they make can they hit the scoreboard again through Fleming's kick towards goal? Nicely done, though, trying to kick the ball out of mid-air. Was that Van Dyke or Wilson? Couldn't quite get the player. Prestige, was it?
Yep.
It's a minor score, Paul Carter.
15-16, 106 to 9-9-63. Moe leading by 43 points.
Kick goes back in. Dennison tried to take on the tackler. He got a handball away. Has to tap to himself again, close to the boundary line. He's got fighting a losing battle out there. There's lots of Lions numbers, and in the end, the boundary was his friend. 28 and a half minutes gone. It is all Moe. They will consolidate their top 3 spot, and they'll push to get that top spot as well. We think Mafra were leading at the last check that we got for you, so hopefully we can get some final scores as this one concludes as well. Spencer White again has got through, and there's a free kick for Spencer White. Now you'd think he's too far out to score. The siren has sounded though. Now this is an interesting one. He's got hamstring issues. The siren's gone. They're 43 points in front, and he just unloads with a left foot, and it's not going to quite get the distance. And that will be all she wrote as the Lions get another one on the board. And still in season 2019, Bairnsdale are yet to win a game away from home. Moe 15-16, 106 has defeated Bairnsdale 9-9-63. Under duress in the box, Poppy and Paul Carter, fantastic. We're going to come back after the break, and we are going to wrap things up for the Gippsland Live post-game show. We'll try and get an interview out of the box. We don't know who to go down and send. Normally that's Box's duties. He is gone for the afternoon, and a day where Moe in by 43 points. This is Gippsland Live. It is all for Harvey Norman Electrical. Fantastic deals, incredible range. You can rush in store this weekend.
You could win a brand new Toyota Yaris worth over $20,000 drive away. Log on to aceradio.com.au/variety to get your tickets in the Variety Ace Radio raffle. With only 1,000 tickets available, you better hurry and get yours before they sell out. aceradio.com.au/variety. Variety, the children's charity.